What's up, fellas? Just chilling here. Gonna go on a little stream for a little bit until my girl wakes up. Let's see if maybe we can wake her up by talking. Not sure if this is gonna sound too great. I'm sitting in front of a AC unit, chilling in her apartment because my internet went down with like a storm and some shit. And then we had a hard time. We had to like redo the whole system, like blew some shit up. Yeah, I've been answering a bunch of your guys' questions. It's been pretty sick. I love you guys comment. Like gives me an opportunity to come back and write. Like I'm a writer first before I started getting on stage or getting in front of people. Like as a professor even, or as a coach, I was writing a lot. So I consider myself a writer first. It's really nice to, and again, I'm like just spitballing it, but it's really nice to get onto comments and just ella no entiende inglés. She doesn't have any English, so maybe if I go like this. Okay. Yeah, guys. Ask me stuff. I guess I can show you guys some stuff too. I know what we'll do. Let's go over. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys something I think is pretty funny. It's not funny. So I just went back and catching you guys up. So I just went back and I recorded like all of the material from his online programs, and I just got all the material off that, and I'm gonna go through it like systematically, and then I'm gonna create like more succinct sort of. I'm gonna clip it and then post it, and then I'm gonna take those and make succinct videos, and then I think in the end, all these streams are gonna get taken down, and I'll have left that succinct video. So basically, like you're a part of this revision process. I'm just putting it all up here. You know, one person's here. We have 3 people here. Sometimes it ain't no thing. It's a bit rambly. It's like I don't advise you to just sit through it all. But I'm gonna clip it, and then I'm gonna take those clips. I'm gonna put those clips into a succinct lesson or like review or critique or something. One of the things I know you guys want to see is like me going over his infields. So maybe we'll just do that right now. I was kind of hoping to have like my mic and everything. Like, can you hear me? I'm not sure. There's one person here. I'm not sure like what it's like over there, so I'm a little nervous about getting you into it. This is the best. ¿Qué pasó? Is that allowed? Can I do that on YouTube? Cool guys. Well, this has been fun. Yeah, no, she doesn't speak English, so we can just speak. Cool. Well, if you guys ain't got nothing for me because there's nobody in here, then enjoy watching the replay of this video. It's pretty much just my girl sleeping in the background and me waiting for her to get up because because we had a long couple days. So she needs her beauty sleep. She needs her rest. Cool. Let's check this out. I'm going to show you guys something. My legs are killing me. I did a pretty heavy squat set today, if you saw on my Instagram. Cool. So let's go over to, I'm going to share my screen. I want to show you guys a couple things. Yeah, one thing that's crazy about John, which is it's just the dumbest thing. This is like the dumbest thing ever. He lies about all of his testimonials. They're all bullshit, and he even convinces people to like leave a video, but then it's just bullshit. It's like all make believe. So like for example, like let me show you. If this stream doesn't go anywhere, I might just get rid of it. Let's see. I had a tough weekend. I lost a friend by surprise. She had cancer, stage 4 colon cancer. We had done our thing together a bunch of times, and like we've been friends for like the last like 6 months, and she didn't tell anybody, and she fucking died because she knew she was going to. She just didn't tell anybody. So that's that. Really proud of her actually at this point. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to share my screen. I want to show you guys something. Actually, let me bring up mine because this person is my testimonial as well. So let me bring this up. I feel like there's a value to like waste time in the beginning too, because then like people will fucking drop off before the good shit. Not that I want people to probably not the best day either. It's like August. It's a beautiful August Sunday. Was it Monday? August Monday. I'm looking for my own testimonial channel, Coach Ryan Testimonials. And cool. Here we go. So, okay, so check this out. I'm going to share my screen, see if I can do that. Oh. And we're good. Here we go. So check this out. So John has a section of his John Anthony Lifestyle website where he says, oh, my legs are fucking killing me. I did like 275 today on the squat for 6x4. I weigh 170, 165 right now, maybe. I'm probably 173 or around there. Anyway, here we go. So I think I'm sharing my screen. Let me double check. Yep. Check this out. Matt Ward, 3 dates, 3 closes, and met my wife to be. 4 days in, I slept with my first new woman. She was stunning. Yeah, guys. So this is gonna get interesting. I'm actually gonna like delete this and start it back over. Actually, fuck it. We're just gonna keep it here, and I'll just clip it. Matt Ward, 3 dates, 3 closes, and met my wife to be. 4 days in, I slept with my first new woman. She was stunning. Then another on day 6. This system is amazing. I ended up getting engaged to one of those girls. So Matt Ward right here, right? He's got engaged, apparently. 4 days in, I slept with my first woman. So that's one woman. She was stunning. Then the next day, so 5 days into the program, he slept with 2 women. Then on day 6, so 6 days in, he slept with 3 women, and then he got engaged. This is on John Anthony Lifestyles. Book a free. This is 200 success story, johnanthonylifestyle.com. That's what this is. This is prominent in all of his shit, Matt Ward right here. Except he fucked up because he didn't call him Matt Ward. He called him Matt J. Here. And let's see what Matt J said here. This is on John AnthonyLifestyle.com proof. So this is the proof page. This is his proof page, and this is his sign up page, like his sales book a sales call page. So on the book a sales call page, we got Matt Ward, 3 days, 3 closes. That's 3 women in 6 days, and then he got engaged to one of them. That's this guy right here, Matt Ward. Not his name. Matt J. Matt had just broken up with his girlfriend. This guy right here, right? And was trying to get back on his feet. It used to take him a long time before he had sex again. Within the first 1.5 weeks of using the program, so what's that, like 10 days? He was able to get 2 new women. Okay, so now it's 1 woman less and double the time. Now he has the ability to rebound after a breakup fast. So this implies that he's continually being broken up with. It doesn't just imply, it says explicitly or I guess no, it's just implying he has the ability to, in the case that he were broken up with, and avoid the months of pain he experienced in the past. So wait, I thought he was engaged. Wait a second. I thought his name was Matt Ward. Wait a second. His name is Josh. This is Josh. And he's my buddy. If you check out my testimonial channel, where all of my testimonials are firsthand videos of the individuals, which again, you can see here, there's a video. And I spoke with Josh about this, and he's like, yeah, dude, like I didn't agree to that shit at all, but like, what am I going to do? So what are we going to do? Right? What the fuck are we going to do? So Matt Ward, 3 days, 3 closes, met my wife to be. 4 days in, slept with the first new woman. She was stunning. Then the next day, closed another, then another on day 6. The system is amazing. And I ended up getting engaged to one of those girls, Matt Ward. Matt Ward, right here. Matt J, though, this time. Had broken up with his girlfriend, was trying to get back on his feet. Used to take him a long time before he had sex again. Within the first 1.5 weeks, he was able to get 2 new women. Now he has the ability to rebound after a breakup fast and avoid the plan, blah, blah, blah. Josh. Yep. Hey, real quick, like I'm not surprised that like long treks, guys, long treks, less, right? These things, less food, long treks, wake up early, meditate, time with self, writing, reading. These are the things, fitness, cold showers, like cold water. These are the things that for all time we've been resorting to turn us into men. So I'm not at all surprised. Like when he said that as a coach, I'm like, yes. So I gave him a lesson. He learned it by and where was his self-reflection? Where was his mind? He didn't just go and pick up girls like a lot of the guys would think he would. He was on a boot camp to do that. And when I gave him the lesson he needed to hear, he walked the fuck home. And this dude, you should see where he's at right now. Is he, as John says here, is he the ability to rebound after breakup fast. I don't. What did he? Did he get married to? Ended up getting engaged to one of the girls. The three girl. Did this happen? Was it John's system? That was amazing. Me and John met Josh on the exact same day. This was on John's program in Vegas that we met. So. Dude. Dude. Oh man, dude, he's remembering a moment. I think he'll maybe go into it now, and I forget. I haven't watched this in quite some time, but he's remembering a moment when we were outside at the parking lot, and I just told these girls like, "You're not." I was like, "Come over here." And like, "Excuse me." I was like, "You're not allowed to be there." And they're like, "What?" And I was like, "You're not allowed to be there," because they were standing on like they were literally like just off the curb in the parking lot, and there's like a valet, and I was like, "Come here," and they came over and they just were talking to me, and then I was like, "Yes, what are you guys up to? Like, you want to go out?" And they were just like, "Wait, you don't work here?" And that's kind of the vibe I take oftentimes. It's just like I'm in charge, and especially on boot camp, especially on boot camp. And anyway, let's hear what he has to say. Give it out. Yo, like so frequently, girls will say to me like, "You're really good at this," and it's usually, not on program. It's usually when I'm gaming by myself because on program I'm like not trying to like overstep my. I'm trying to like create a more balanced approach with my student than just like what I did in this scenario, which was again, this is after all the lessons are learned, and we weren't trying to really. I was trying to really just because a lot of what happens on boot camps is like you guys want to see that things are possible more so than to like see a result, especially out of me. Like I think some guys will say like, yeah, I just want to see you pull. Like I've had guys pay me and then say, like, I want to see you pull. And it's like, dude, like that's not what this is for. But then I get again, like I get the point, right? And if we have 4 days together, 3 days together, 7 days together, hell yeah, dude. Like I'll let you see exactly how I run my game. Um, and I can in smaller instances too, but it's not as worthwhile. I mean, it's harder to like in just one approach or something in one night, for instance. But anyway, that's what this is for, this YouTube channel. So here we go. Dude, that's like a line from Aladdin, which I love because like I took Day Game Genie and then I took Never Had a Friend Like Me, and then I took like the theme song, which is like my theme song, which is in a couple of the videos that I posted, which was created by Optime Jaeger, who's like my boy. He's a sick music producer in Philadelphia. He made it. He was like, "Yo, dude, this song is like not finished. It like sucks, but like I think you like it." I fucking love it. But anyway, dude, I gotta write this guy. Yeah, how about it? Damn, Josh. Dude, dude, thanks, bro. Wow. By the way, this is another one that's fake. Like he gave me one, and it's fake on the guy's channel, so on John's channel. So that is what that is. Um. Oh, dude. Jesus. Well, fuck. I don't know why that didn't work. That sucks. It was like one of the best things I've ever. That was like one of my biggest accomplishments. But thank you for telling me. I kind of Cougs Johnson. Nice. I like that name. And Victor, welcome back, brother. Yeah. So anyway, if you guys want to hear it, go to my channel. It's Josh Testimonial. Maybe I can just like link it. Can I do that? Yeah, go check that out if you want at the end of this. And I mean, so the whole point is this guy here, Josh, who gives a very candid, as he says, an honest review of my coaching, which happened on the same. It was meant to be actually John's coaching, but John was absent because he was blacked out drunk. So I did the work, and Josh left me this. But Josh apparently, I mean, he didn't do this. This photo is pulled from probably I don't know what. I mean, it's not from this. Um, oh, it's probably from the video, the other video. We'll have to check that one out too when I get sound. But I'm not in my fucking office because my internet was down this weekend because there was a crazy thunderstorm, lightning storm, and so I'm at my girl's place, which is why she's just sleeping. Because we were going crazy the last couple of days, her and I. So look, Matt Ward, 4 days slept with my first one. In 6 days, he had 3 women, and now he's engaged to one of those girls. Matt J, broken up with his girlfriend, was trying to get back on his feet. Within the first 10 days of using the program, he's able to get 2 women. Oh, that doesn't seem to make any sense. And as it turns out, he'll admit here, he didn't get with any women. He got 0 women, but that he had learned more than, that, right? Than that experience would have offered. You guys, you don't come to boot camp to get laid. Fuck Cougs, I know, bro. I know. I fucked up. I don't know how to do this shit, guys. I'm like very, very new at this. So I'm gonna why don't I just see if Cougs, Victor, if you guys have any questions for me or anything you guys any feedback you have to give me or anything like you guys want to say. And yeah, I mean, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just have to, I guess, like redo this shit. Should I just redo it? Should I redo the stream? Oh, I should play with my girlfriend. What? ¿Qué pasó? Oh, lo siento. What should I do? Is that allowed on YouTube? Is that allowed on YouTube? Thanks. Sure. Yo, like, look at this. This is the size of my hand. Like, what? Like, what? Yeah, I gotta redo it. You're right. Dude, another fucking stream bites the dust. It's a lot harder to be a YouTuber than I thought. Maybe John Anthony is really good at something. After all. Nah, dude, she's only mad because she wants to sleep. Is this loud? Wait, so you guys don't have any audio? No audio? What the fuck? Jeez. Maybe I gotta take these off, but like, guys, like, I need this kumpia, or that's fucking Mandarin. Air conditioner. I need the air conditioner for. Okay, good. You can hear me. Hey, well, do you guys have any questions? I'm gonna post this up either way. I was planning on streaming for like 45 minutes, and then after the stream, I will. When I get back home, I'm gonna just do it again. Thank you guys for like being here and like helping me. If you guys weren't here, I would have spent 45 minutes watching videos. No one would have heard anything. I probably would have went home, pressed the play button, heard that there was nothing happening, and jumped off my second story room, jumped out right out, and hopefully landed in the pool. Yeah. No, seriously, I would probably would have just shut my laptop and just not given a shit, because we're gonna get to it anyway. I just don't want to waste your guys' time. So, questions? Cougs? Victor? You guys have the floor. Oh, who's this? Who's 3D Frankenpunks? It's a free t-shirt. Oh, why did I get a fucking massive zit like right above my eye, but below my eyebrow? Dude, was I plucking my eyebrows? No, I wasn't. But that has happened to me before when I did. But I don't pluck my eyebrows because I just think it's a big waste of fucking time. Just play the clips again with audio. The rest is cool. You'll get tons of guys watching that were burned by John. Yeah, dude. No. I agree, but yeah, I agree, dude. I agree. I just don't understand why there's no audio. Like, I don't really understand because like I can hear it. You know what I mean? I guess like because the microphone's there, right? So how does that work, dude? Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't really have the time to troubleshoot that right now. I guess I could probably get on Reddit and fix it, but instead I'm just gonna keep this as like a little question and answer, and then we're just gonna, yeah, it'll just disappear eventually, and then I'll just pick it back up tomorrow. I'm gonna do this video. Like, tomorrow we're gonna stream and we're gonna cover a ton of stuff. Just to give you an idea, I like went and downloaded all of this shit. So we're gonna go nuts. We might do that later today too. If my internet's fixed at home, I can get back there. Yeah, dude. I sent I put the link for it up above. It's really sick. I'm definitely gonna have to I was almost crying. It hits me so hard. So yeah, I'll definitely have to go back over that shit. Purpose of this is really just to waste time not waste time, but do work. I answered all the comments. I texted a bunch of people. I saw a lot of people hit up on Instagram actually, so that's what I should do. Yeah, dude. I've suspended my coaching for the last 2 months. It's just too fucking hot. I don't coach in July and August in New York. No. Plus, I work in New York City during the fall and winter and spring. So I work with a professional sports team, and so because of that, I'm there all the time then, and I don't really. I try to kind of avoid the summer. I live 2 hours away from there, in Pennsylvania. Right now, I'm in New Jersey, and yeah. So yeah, and more info is definitely needed. I'm gonna post stuff up about that when I start to release programs. And dude, thanks for being interested. That's really sick. I don't know. Do you know where you're are you interested in sharing where you're located, or is New York City where you're located, or is there a reason why you want to go to New York City in particular? Cougs. Dude, I got to learn how to type like transformers and not tranny, and type chit or beach. You know what I mean? Or maybe I shouldn't. I kind of want to just keep it real and just write the real words. I really value. I think censorship is the probably one of the worst things that's happened in the 21st century. So to the degree that it has, that we're making up words to get around bots essentially. So fuck that shit. Although I appreciate it from you because it definitely helps out YouTubers. So keep it up from your end. I definitely appreciate that. But yeah, why do I think John's still bringing you up? I think he's afraid. I mean, come on, he's afraid. He knows everything that I know about him. You know what I mean? That's not right. He doesn't know any of the things I know. How do I say that? Yeah, dude, he's afraid. He's afraid because he knows I'm going to expose him. He's afraid because for months and months I did all the work, coached all of his clients. He's fucked. Yeah, dude. As a matter of fact, Kevin and I are both from the same area, and we touched base 2 years ago when Coach Whitepill Dickhead was trying to get in touch with me to steal my thunder, and that's why I bailed from the space for a little while. Not because of Coach Whitepill, because everyone was just trying to steal thunder. It's dude, fuck off. Kevin was not trying to do that. Kevin was awesome, and yeah, I don't really think that Kevin can expose. Well, yeah. See, exposing is a weird word because it's Kevin definitely, him and I speak a lot, and he knows all the insider shit, but he doesn't have any really material to expose aside from the stuff that John puts online himself. And so it's kind of tough to say you're exposing someone when you're just reacting to stuff that they're already putting out, because most people will just be oh, well, that's not new, so it's not exposing. But I love what Kevin's been doing in general. I don't really pay close attention to his channel, but again, I was just on the call with him a couple days ago, so we keep in touch. Him and I, we're buddies. We actually even, I don't know. We'll see. We'll talk. I'll share that later. We have a couple things going on. Dude. Yeah, dude. John can't sue anybody, bro. John's an idiot. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's funny. I'm not worried about it, dude. I appreciate that you're that clown can't sue you. I'm not worried about it. I mean, in reality, suing me for defamation would be only, would only work if it weren't true. And I have video evidence of everything. So that's one thing. Secondly, he stole my material and used it in his programming. Me coaching, me standing there speaking in front of the camera. He took that and he put that on his on his program. What an idiot. So I want him to sue. At this point, I want him to sue me. I already have a lawyer. That's what I was doing for a year. First thing I did was make a bunch of YouTube videos and freak the fuck out. Second thing I did was call the FBI, the SEC, and a lawyer, the FBI and the SEC. The third thing I did was work closely with my lawyer to make sure that I knew what the fuck I was doing. And that's why I didn't post it. That's why I wasn't posting anything. It was all part of the process. And then the moment that I felt comfortable posting stuff was when it came out to me from the third person that I was in his programming. So people are paying John for a program that includes me as the dating expert for the day game section. So, I mean, I think he owes me some serious money. Not that I ever expect to see any, not from him. Back to Victor real quick. Yeah, dude. Oh, that's cool. Awesome. Yeah, bro. Fuck that shit. It's so hot. Like right now, I'm just like basically trying not to sweat my ass off, literally in front of a fucking air conditioner, and I'm still sweating myself. So, luckily, my place has central air and a pool. But cool. Yeah. So, Dirk the Jerk. Damn, dude. Dirk the Jerk. Okay, cool. What are your thoughts on speed seduction? I don't like that name, dude. Why are you Dirk the Jerk, bro? I bet there's something to that. I hope it's not just like, oh, it rhymed. Like, and I'm a jerk. uh, okay, so you said, what are your thoughts on speed seduction? Yeah, I mean, what does that mean, dude? Can you actually type in a comment like what exactly that would mean, or like give me a rough summary? I'm not gonna like make you say exactly what it means, but because who knows what you're really talking about? I think maybe what you're. Let me Google it. Let me see. What is speed seduction? Well, like trying to get the girl as fast as possible. Oh, Ross Jeffrey stuff. Is that what you're talking about? I don't. Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything about this guy besides from having seen a couple things here and there. I mean, I guess like these are people who have been in the game for a long time in terms of like coaching and whatnot. Um, what are his principles, dude? Let me Google that shit. Let me see speed seduction principles. Yeah, holy shit, no way. There's a workbook. Yeah, okay. Um, principles and techniques. Yeah, I mean, let's see what it says. There's a Google Doc here that I guess I'm going to click on. Wish me luck as I enter this person's world. Um, yeah, and Dirk also asked after the speed seduction, he added, suffering from autism, right? So, yeah, I mean, so like game is something that you have. Like if you have autism, you still have game. It's inside of you. It's not something like you guys are all looking at game the wrong way. You're all thinking it's like this like show. Game isn't like a show at all. It's a feeling. It's like an ability to sort of create a vibe or create a feeling or create a connection. It's not create. Sure, maybe we can talk about attraction, but like it's definitely not seduction. Um, what's that natural part, right? Because it's sort of just like a natural like it's you met somebody and now you're like vibing or something. It's I mean, okay, so let me answer more directly. As someone who suffers from autism, what could you do? One thing I would consider doing, well, I would certainly be speaking with a therapist, someone in person, to discuss how it is living with autism, right? Because, um, I mean, there are definitely some tricks of the trade, as it were, that a therapist will give you that can help you to just sort of like keep yourself from getting overwhelmed. Or rather, you'll notice that you're overwhelmed. So, for instance, bro, start meditating, dude. Get into the guided meditation app. Sam Harris. Sam Harris waking up. I'll write that in here. Sam Harris waking up app. I do guided meditations every day. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. And yeah, that's what I would do if I were in your shoes. And then the next thing I would do is I'd work with a coach. I would get into a program that's free or affordable. I would not pay for it, and um, I would look within that community for others who may have autism as well. And so, for instance, like in like 4 weeks in September at some point, I'm going to release like a $25 membership, like one time $25. Like then you get in, and I would love, bro, Dirk the Jerk, to have you in there. And I can I do have other guys who are definitely autistic too. So self-proclaimed, right? I'm not diagnosing anybody, so Yeah, man. Frankly, if someone tells me like I have autism, then I I would require that we really, really sit down and talk, and probably that you're speaking with like a professional in person as well. And dude, I don't really think like I said in the beginning, it's not really that big of a deal. Like, maybe I don't mean to downplay your experience, but like, people who talk about like all these different learning, like being on the spectrum, like having like a learning disability or like a social disorder or some disability disorder, like, guys, like, that's not how I see it at all. I see it like, so long as you're speaking with a therapist who's focusing on that. Well, if you're coming to me and you want to learn game, then we're just going to get you in front of some girls. And on the flip side, dude, how many girls are autistic? How many girls are autistic? How many girls have learning disabilities or have a social disability? Like, come on. Like, how many like smoking hot babes are like fucking like dealing with sort of anything? So, because I think it's a feeling of being stuck. I'm going to say, how many of these girls are like stuck in a headspace or frame of mind? So, yeah, dude. I'd love to talk to you, bro. Any of you guys, like, DM me on Instagram or like continue in the comments. I'd love to keep it going in writing, or like just jump on a call and just like say what's up. Yeah, to go down here, it's basically capturing leading imagination and emotion. Yeah, dude. I mean, that just sounds like game. I think Ross Jeffries is a little. See, Cougs Johnson says Ross Jeffries is dark triad and focuses on NLP. I could see how dark triad could be a lot of capturing imagination and emotion, right? I mean, let me just say, this is bad, dark triad. You don't want to be you don't want to be learning anything like that. There's nothing to learn there. It's not good. When someone says like, I have this skill to give you, or I have dark triad, or dark triad is important for you, run away. That person is bad. That person is not good for you, I should say. They may not be capable of being bad, but in this case, I think they are. And yeah, dude. Yeah, man. I mean, that's a really tough question. Autism is a tough thing to just, blanket statement, but I don't think it's really that much of a hang up, to be honest. There's lots of girls who are like smoking hot, who have autism and like lead normal lives, just like there are guys, right? Yeah, dude. Because you asked like what pisses John off about me. Definitely that, dude. I mean, like, I think what pisses John off the most about me, frankly, is that all his girlfriends fuck me, or like want to fuck me. Well, I said fuck me because I fucked one of his girlfriends before that they even met, and then they met, and then I just didn't say we were together, and he pulled her from seeking arrangements, and she came over, and he actually woke me up. I was sleeping, so I wake up at like 4 a.m, so I was sleeping at like 9:30 or whatever. I'm like the day game guy, right? So he woke me up and it was like, you got to see this, come out here. And I go out and she's like naked on like the table, and I'm just like, holy shit, dude. I'm going back to bed. I went back to bed, and then the next day I was chilling with her. I was like, damn, girl, like, this weird connection going on. And she's like, fake boob now, like big fake long wig under like bald head or whatever that she shaved. She's a white chick. And yeah, I mean, like, so then we were like hanging out for like a couple days, and I was just like, and she was like, yo, I think we fucked before. I'm like, dude, I have such a hard time. Like, I mean, so I was just like, me too. And sure enough, we caught up with each other and realized that we did. Maybe like 8 or 9 years or 10 years even before she met John. So she met John way out in the West Coast, and her and I were together on the East Coast 10 years prior. And it's funny, like, girls are. So I think that pisses him off. I think the other thing that pisses him off, because that's like his number one priority. I don't really give a shit about that, to be honest. And I will just, like, for me, it's like hellfire. But that pussy, I mean. But yeah, anything John was in. But I think the other reason is because he liked me. Like, I tricked him. I sent him an email acting like I was like just like way below his level, but like high enough that he would let me in. He let me in. I coached his programs. He thought like, oh, cool, this is my coach. I can manipulate him, like do my bidding and all this. And I just was manipulating the shit out of him. And then, he, frankly, dude, I helped him, frankly, and he'll never admit this, but I helped him to get sober. Like, I believe in my heart of hearts, and I hesitate to say this, that I was a major proponent, and obviously I'll never take this away from John. This is undoubtedly his biggest accomplishment ever. Undoubtedly, this will be his legacy in his own life, is his ability to overcome alcohol addiction, which we worked on, and then he did in like the 12-step program or something. So, yes, dude, Victor, bro. Well, let me not jump too far ahead. Yeah, fuck it. Victor, yes. Is there a bro code in games? Should you advise your bros? I mean, dude, like in my experience, like when people went over and told that to John, for instance, he was like, I know. Like, you guys should check out the video where John, haven't you guys seen the video where John's like, I fuck trannies and I argue that it's worth it because they're the hottest girl in the room. That's what he says. And, I mean, he had a whole video like debate, like listing his reasons why. Like why tranny is the best person to pull from the club. And yeah, I mean, just what this is on boot camps. He's doing this shit too. It's not like he's like just in his own personal life, like getting away from it all and fucking some dudes. It's like on a boot camp, he's like pulling trannies and like bragging about it. If your buddy's doing that, then yeah, here I'll try to link that. But yeah, if your buddy's doing that shit, then I mean, you should typically, like, he's probably been drinking a bit. And guys, like, the tranny is like definitely gaming him. Like, that's what that is, right? So if I were you, I would definitely tell your boy, like, yo, dude, like, yo. So for instance, like, gossip is something that like is meant to actually like preserve relationships. It's not meant to hurt people. Like, there's very in gossip, right? Too, right? But the way I use gossip is like gossiping about someone that I love with other people that I love in order to, have a sort of, to create an echo chamber to hopefully engender this person to that echo, right? To that language, or to the understanding that like, hey, we're worried about you. We don't like this. And sometimes, there's gossip and people don't like something and it's actually like, oh no, dude, good. Like, we didn't like this, but like actually good. We're idiots. We're assholes. But most of the time, in my experience, when you get to a certain level, when you get a little bit older and like you really care about other people, when you really care about other people, I mean, when you are willing to say something to somebody, like if you go back and watch the Josh testimonial, he says like, yeah, Ryan just looked me in the eyes and said, this is who you are. And it was shit that he was wanting to hear himself say in the mirror and never heard himself say, but realized in that instance when I said it. So if you can say that about your boy behind his back, into his face, yeah, man, then that's huge. So you should definitely, in my opinion, like you should be steering. And again, like mostly because of other issues, like it's an unsafe community to be messing with. I don't mean the gay community, but I mean the trans community. So is pickup culture, guys. Like, hookup culture is not really the best place to be. It's not at all. It's a bad place to be. Pickup culture, I kind of disagree that it's a bad place. I think it's very consensual. So, but hookup culture is usually like more geared towards like drinking and like, quick sex, like red or white, come to my house, here's my balcony, let's suck my dick. Like, that's not really, I don't see any reason for that. You know what I mean? Yeah, so he is literally sick. This dude, John Anthony, is like literally most definitely sick. J-Pot says here, women look at men and picture what their lifestyle would be with them. Dark Triad is interesting to broken women. Exactly, dude. Exactly, dude. So well put. This is why we don't want Dark Triad. We want nothing to do with broken women. Nothing to do with it. In John's program, he explicitly states, and I'll go over this tomorrow when I go over his program. He explicitly states, he defines what a red flag is. His definition of a red flag, and I'm paraphrasing, and I'll show what he wrote it as. But his definition of a red flag is any sign that a girl won't sleep with you. It's like, what? No, a red flag is any sign that you shouldn't be around the person. So yeah, man. I mean, if you hear Dark Triad from me or from any guy, run away. If you hear, if you're using that, you're going to be attracting broken women, and you will be taken for a fucking spin and a half. So, just like John is. Liz is taking this dude to the fucking cleaners. Like, yo, I can't wait until like Liz decides to like leapfrog John just because she's like, fuck you. I do everything. I'm the one who makes all the money for us anyway. I'm the one who does all the pickup anyway. She just leapfrog John, and then I slide into her DMs, or maybe she's going to fucking hit me up, and I wouldn't be surprised. And then she'll hit me up, and then I'll be like, yo, Liz, what up, girl? And then she'll be like, yo, like, you want to talk about this shit? I'm ready to tell all. That's what I see in the future. Yeah, dude, can't believe people look up to him. I can't believe that like my audience, members of my audience are still looking up to him after like seeing any of these things. Like it's really shocking when like I look down in the comments and like that one person or like in my DMs, like somebody like sends like countless messages saying like, I don't care like if he fucked trans, or I don't care if he screwed over somebody because I don't care if he made his money in black hat marketing off old people who were elderly making like mistaken purchases. I don't care if because this is how he made his money back in the day. I don't care if he lies about everything. I don't care if everything's fake. I don't care if the results are fake in his own life, blah, blah. Like I got his program and it changed my life. Dude, I can't wait to show you guys his program. Like it's pathetic. Like it's pathetic. He spends like 30 minutes like, and like, again, like this is me spitballing, right? He's written this down in a PowerPoint, and it's just like the same thing, like the same things. It's terrible. It's all wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong in game. It's like not even sensible, and he's contradicting himself. So it's so embarrassing. It's if you have his program, it's so embarrassing. What styles of game have you learned yourself? Yeah, dude. So like, yeah, man. I think I didn't really learn styles of game. I've been really good at this my whole life. Let me say it this way. There have been moments where it's been really hard for me, and then moments that have been much easier. When I was in high school, I felt very insecure for parts of it, but I was getting laid, and then I had a girlfriend, and I felt very confident, and then we broke up, and I was like lost. You know what I mean? So like, there's constant ups and downs. My lay count was already really high when I was young, so I never felt like I wasn't able to like. I never felt like I couldn't pick up a girl ever, and so that for me I think that's a good reason why I'm here, is because I'm able to sort of like see through a lot of this shit and just tell you like, nope, this is what it is. Now, what style of game have you learned? I mean, I learned pretty well how to do online game way back in the day, and I just avoided that completely for the last 6.5 years. I don't do any online dating. I think it's a terrible, terrible idea. This is a terrible thing, and it's not my opinion. These are like scientific facts. It's very bad. Style game, bro, very direct. I go up to a girl. Okay, so this is what I recommend for you, Dirk. Go up to a girl. Okay, you have to have purpose in your life. You fucking have to have purpose. So if you don't have purpose, build your morning process. Wake up way fucking earlier than you think. Meditate with a guided meditation. Write down something, even just a sentence. Seek inspiration in a text or in a song. Don't go to the songs you like. Go to songs written by women, songs that are sung by women. Listen for that feminine voice. Look for inspiration in Marcus Aurelius, in things like this, Stoicism. I might mention Buddhism, but Stoicism is really where it's at. There's other places too. Find that. When you find your inspiration, take that with you to the gym. Kick ass in the gym, come home, eat your first meal. It's super good. Take care of all your hygiene and all that. Take a walk. If you do all that shit by 7:30 in the morning or 8 o'clock in the morning, like I'm doing it right now, then, I mean, now we're talking about like, okay, time to find a girl to talk to, right? What I would do then, say you run into a girl on your way out of the gym. Hey, I got to get going to the thing. I usually take a walk right after this, but anyway, like enjoy your gym session. What's your name? I've seen you here. Right. Or say you see a girl like afterwards when you're stopping by the supermarket. It's now the afternoon. You can stop her and say, hey, I got to get going. I don't like to talk here very much, but I wanted to say, yeah, you look fucking awesome. I'm very direct, dude. Now, Dirk, like you mentioned, you have autism. So like, you know, my autistic guys who go out and say things like, they'll just take what I say and just like run with it. So like they'll when I'm like, damn girl, you look fine as fuck, as like an option of what to say when you approach a girl, they'll go up to like all the girls and be like, damn girl, you look fine as fuck. And that could get you in trouble. So what I really recommend that you do, Dirk, is focus on that morning process. And whenever you see a girl, walk up to her and introduce yourself, and then ask if she's single. That's it. Introduce yourself and ask if she's single. If she says, I'm not single, say, that's great. I don't want to step on anyone's toes, and just move on. Because if you're focused on your morning process, then the girls you're going to interact with are going to be a part of that, are going to be at the gym, they're going to be at the supermarket. You're going to see them all the time. So then, and if you're in university, dude, then like it's a gold mine. You're just running into these people. You're saying, hi. Oh, you got a boyfriend? Cool. Next time you see her, hey, what's up, girl? Yeah, nice talking to you. Good. Do your thing. Long view. Look for long view. Because in the end, what's going to happen is that girl's going to be like, hey, yo, like, want to come over and like hang out with me and my friends? We're doing something. Like she's going to invite you over as a friend and have options around her, social style of shit. Or she's going to finally like warm up to it because you guys have just been friends and you're not even going to, you don't have to feel nervous at all because you're just like her friend. You just see her as like a non-option. That's kind of what I'm getting at. You want to see that the girl, see, because John is like, see every girl as if you're going to win, like every hand of poker. I see it the opposite. I see every hand as if I'm going to lose. And I don't know that that's a good method to gamble with because that's not my expertise, nor is it his. So I don't think you should speak on it. But I can tell you that it helps me a lot in pickup to go into the relation, to go into the conversation, like looking for that red flag to get me out of the conversation. I'm all over the place today. I slept for like 3 hours. We were up like literally all night for 2 nights. Now she's catching up on this shit. The main reason why I doubted John was that he bashes 90% of the guys in the community guy who's really the best with knowledge or care about what anyone else does. Yeah, dude, exactly. Like I agree. And a lot of people ask me about other guys. Like I don't know anyone else. I don't watch this shit. I don't recommend that you guys watch a significant amount of any of this shit. Like if you're able to like, like get on a fucking call with me, like get on a program with KRW, like one of these coaches. And again, I don't think he's even coaching game, but like get on a program with somebody who you really look up to in whatever way, and then like see what it is, right? Like look for free programs, look for the most affordable programs. Don't drop $1,000 on somebody. That's absurd. It shouldn't cost that much money. That's absurd. Honestly, just go out and do it. Like have it in your mind. Like I'm going to become a coach. So I'm just going to go out and learn everything I can about this. Like really, truly, if you were truly curious about it, you probably wouldn't actually like get a program to copy paste. You'd probably go out and like read books, right? So like I've read books about like I went to university for things that got me reading books about like human psychology, behavioral psychology. Love to read about morals and ethics. I also love to read about like love and human connection, humanistic psychology, something I'm interested in a lot now. Like that's like the psychology of positivity. I mean, dudes, if you go out and read a book on like the psychology of positivity, you're gonna have a lot of fucking positive things to say to people. You're gonna have phrases that just like it's happening for me. The world is happening for me, and not against me. These problems happen for me. Like just flipping things like that. All of a sudden, like you're speaking like this to a girl, or you're bringing that type of energy. Guys, like it all comes down to what is your self-talk, and I oscillate between positive self-talk and savage self-talk. I don't have any negative self-talk. It's just positive and savage. I think the only negative self-talk that happens for me is when I start to feel like I didn't do enough. It's anxiety because I haven't done this enough. I haven't done enough. I haven't like put out enough. I feel like I need to do more. And so what do? I just get the fuck up. I just get up and get to work like a fucking poor dude would. Just shut the fuck up and I work. So it's all about your savage self-talk, looking in the mirror and being like, you're a pussy, go do the thing you have to do. And now I don't see that as negative at all. That's savage self-talk. And then positive self-talk, just constantly reframing everything. Like, yeah, this happens for me. Like, cool. Oh shit, you got a boyfriend? That's sick. He must be really cool. A lot of guys would be like, oh, like I used to say like, oh, you can tell him I'm gay. A girl would be like, yeah, I have a boyfriend. I'd be like, oh, you can tell him I'm gay. Ha. And that actually used to work sometimes because that's like some fucked up shit. But don't do that. Instead say like, oh, that's cool. I bet he's really cool. Oh, really? Yeah. I mean, he must be if he's hanging out with you. Now all of a sudden she's like, oh shit, what does this guy have that my boyfriend doesn't have? That he's capable of saying like, oh, your boyfriend must be really cool if I'm attracted to you. And if you're attracted to him. Yeah, dude. It sucks that I have to like bring up John at all. I fucked up by not like making this shit way earlier, but I had a life as a university professor and I worked for a professional sports team. I did not want to risk that shit. Now I just see this as like my life's purpose. Oh, my girlfriend's ass. You want to see that? No, I'm just kidding. I don't think anyone said that. But woo! Let's get this comment out of here. Can I just like? Do we have a quarter? Bounce a quarter off of it. All right. I hope she wakes up so she can say hi. I mean, she's gonna look like she just woke up, but she's like hot as fuck. So that'd be cool. And yeah, I like to show her off. Like, duh. Biggest gripe. John teaches guys to keep pushing chicks to keep. Yeah, dude. Oh my God, bro. Dude, that's another part of his program is like he said, it's absurd, dude. It's all about handling objections and stuff. Like guys that have game don't need to force shit on women. Yeah, dude, exactly. Like you guys, like it's so easy. Like this is so easy. Like this, like I met her in New York City at Penn Station, walking past like a fucking shitstorm of homeless people. Like it was like, oh my God, dude. And I was late for work. By like I wasn't actually late, but I wasn't 15 minutes early like I wanted to be. I was like 2 minutes early, so I was pretty late, pretty much late. Yeah, dude, what a scumbag. I mean, plus he has like rape charges and shit. So I mean, those two things together, it's just like I would love to fight him. I've talked about this a lot, and I don't want to like create this. I don't want to bully anybody. I don't want to like promise anything because I might just get my ass kicked by like the Muay Thai instructor that he is. But yeah, dude. Let me see. I learned in business to not trust or work with anyone who told you that every competitor's product is crap. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, dude. And you know what's funny is like I've been talking to some of these guys, like I can totally vouch for these guys now that I'm knowing them, right? Like, and I will. I'm so excited to like just like because like for instance, like Alex playing with fire, I think that guy's like the biggest scumbag. I don't like him at all, but I've never actually really met him. So I want to sit down and meet him. I still think he's a scumbag right now, although I have a couple buddies who I would vouch for who have been vouching for him. So a guy like that, I'm very interested by. Does he have game? I don't think he has any game. Is his product for texting worthwhile? It might be. Jeffy's product, Execute the Program 2.0, was definitely worthwhile when he put that out. So, and not worthwhile because I'm copy and pasting it. Not worthwhile because that's what anyone really. That's not why it's worthwhile. Why it's worthwhile is because it gives you sort of another look, another avenue to try things out, and yeah. I can't wait to talk to Jeffy too on here. That's gonna be fun as fuck. He's way legit. Any of you guys who think like RST sucks, like I totally agree. I think it's just a fucked up company, but Jeffy as an individual and as a coach, like he is someone you guys should at least investigate. I have a marketing degree and done corporate sales for marketing. First time learners never bash your competition. I agree. Yeah, dude, exactly. Dude, help me out, bro. I need people to help me. I suck. I'm only good at picking up girls and coaching guys to it and how to like live that life. It's not really about that life either. It's about living your life so that way you can just find ease in that approach and the dating and all that. How do I avoid the friend zone in that situation? You don't avoid it, dude. Dude, you are the one friend zoning girls. So like I try to put in my frame of mind that like I'm the hot girl and she's just like the normie. So like I'm gonna friend zone. So like I'm going around friend zoning girls. Like I'm fist bumping the hottest girls at the gym for like a couple weeks, not saying anything. Like, yo, what's up? What's your name? Oh, oh shit, Monica, sick. And then I just like see her again, fist bump her. That's it. That's it. And then eventually I'm like, yo, so what's up with you? You single? That's it. Because then like after you just like seeing each other around, you can like say, yo, what's up? So you single? And she gets the point. And then she's like, no, I'm not single. It's like, oh, okay, you must be cool. Chilling with you. And then like 3 days later, she hits you up and you fuck her and her friend. If Shane ever sees this shit, he'll vouch for it because he knows about it. He was practically there. I get that talking about Jay is getting old for you. Yeah, dude, exactly, dude. What a smart fucking guy, dude. You're smarter than you look. I'm just kidding. Yeah, dude. Yeah, right on, bro. And also, I mean, like my audience deserves it. Like I fucked up. Like I shouldn't have like let myself get there. And by being there, yeah, dude. I appreciate that a lot. That's really, that's fucking comforting as fuck, in a good way, to hear. Joyce, what's up, brother? Is your girlfriend the Latina? This is the Latina. Yeah. Thanks, bro. Yeah, she's amazing. Yeah, she's awesome. Thank you for saying that. That you're happy for me. That's what it's all about. It's all about being happy. I mean, it's not all about being happy because you got to. I mean, happiness is an emotion, so you're gonna have happiness, and you want to have sadness too. It's about like the awakening process, like the growth process. My longest dry spell. Well, dude, I also like got really into meditation and like I purposefully essentially like avoided sex for I'd say probably this is actually kind of embarrassing, like because it was probably like 3.5 months. that was my longest dry spell since I think actually, like, okay, so like I lost my virginity when I was 12 years old to a girl who's significantly older than me. It was a strange situation that I wouldn't everyone's like, nice. Everyone in the chat's like, one's in the chat. No. It was, I mean, yeah, at the time, and sure, it's like I'm glad that I turned out this way and don't have issues. But like I just like was having sex with every girl, like, oh yeah, this is how sex works, like showing them how sex works kind of thing in high school. So my leg count got pretty high early, and it could have led me. I mean, it did. It was a dangerous path. Dangerous path. Luckily, I don't have any kids. Luckily, my dick's still attached to my body, and I don't take any fucking medicine or have any STDs or anything. Lucky I didn't ever like get like beat the fuck up or like ever like have to deal with any of those shit, any of that shit. But my longest dry spell. So like after 12, I think there's probably like 1 year where I just like maybe when I was like 14 or 15 in that era where I was like very religious because I went to Catholic school, and I just like somebody had convinced me that I was like definitely going to burn in hell, and I was like sure that they were right. And then I mentioned like for like 3 or 4 months, or maybe a little less than 4 months, or maybe a little more than 4 months, when I was in my mid 20s, I'm 33 now, I was very much into meditation. I still am. But when I really jumped into the deep end, I did a silent retreat for 11 days, and then I went back and did it again. And then I joined a Sangha where I essentially didn't look or speak with anyone for most of my day for a little over a month. So yeah, man, there's no sex or like ejaculating happening whatsoever. Crazy when you wake up with a boner and you're like supposed to not be paying attention to anything. You're like, what? Yeah, like really interesting is one of the first schisms in schism's such a funny word for this because it's like sounds like jism. But anyway, one of the first schisms in like Buddhism, like Theravada and Mahayana Buddhism, came from essentially like a debate as to whether or not like having an ejaculate while sleeping, like a wet dream, is sinful, is wrong, or is again, like they don't really use those terms, sinful or wrong, but lacking control or sort of giving in to the material ego or something. And very interesting, like one side said no, it's natural, it's good, and the other side said no, like it's bad, we must not do this. And so like sexual transmutation and all these like deeper ideas around actually having sex and actually like having ejaculate or not, but tantric sex options and things came out. And I mean, obviously this was all happening like the same time in different cultures, so it's not to say that one was before the other necessarily, but yeah, it's just anyway, that's an interesting little side topic. I'll get into this stuff in my channel proper when I like do organic content. So what happened to them Asian chicks? Dude, Joyce, bro. Dude, I love that fucking language. What happened to them Asian chicks? To be completely honest, like I'm very much in love with this one girl, like, because love is such a crazy emotion. Like you build a history with somebody, and so long as they're like reciprocating, it's like it seems like it's still the same, and it's not. It's different, but when you involve like yourself with somebody else, but ultimately, yeah, like I love this one chick, dude. I think she's like the real deal. The thing is, she's in China, and China's in a zero COVID policy. They won't let anyone in or out. If that weren't the case, I would probably be like flying her to another foreign country, Serbia, where I have a couple buddies I want to meet, and Chinese don't need a visa to go there, or Ecuador, where I'm looking to purchase some real estate. I don't have any money to do this, but I want to like kind of poke my head around there, around the Galapagos area, somewhere I've not really investigated much, but I want to see. Because Chinese can go there. I'm very much interested to like reconnect with her. That the other Asian girl, Jennifer, we were never gonna make it work, like we just like had great sex, and it just was. I mean, that's just the nature of that relationship. I mean, so she smokes cigarettes. I won't date a girl who smokes cigarettes, so I was never gonna date her. And same with the Russian model, Lana. I was never gonna actually proper date her. She knew that. Actually, I told her, I was like, yeah, like I want to fucking marry you, but you have to quit smoking for a year before I even consider that. And then she told me she quit, and it was like 2 months in, and or maybe like 3 or 4 months in, her quote unquote quitting. It might have been less. I don't know. I don't really recall, but I heard her talking on the phone. I went outside and she was out there smoking a cigarette, talking on the phone. You know that face someone makes, like especially the girl makes when she's like, it's like she makes the face of like, now it's the face of now he has to break up with me, or he's breaking his principles and I'm gonna lose attraction for him. So it was like done, you know. And I was like, I literally was. She was like, I'm getting off, and I was like, it's the second time I broke up with the girl in that very same type of way. The other girl was actually a Chilean who was on TV, so that's pretty cool too. And I bring up these details about them being like hot and shit because I think it's relevant to this part of the world. Although I'm not about the aesthetics. Fuck the aesthetics. It's all about the process. It's all about the people, the connection. Yeah, dude, it's very hard to, dude. Yo, like you guys shouldn't really relate to my experience. That's not the purpose. Listen, you're not trying to find a coach to relate to his experience. You know, like for instance, like Michael Jordan had a shit ton of coaches. Do you think any of those fucking guys could relate to Michael Jordan? Like, no, like no, and vice versa, right? And that's this situation. I'm just your coach, bro. Maybe you're Mike Jordan. I don't even know. Mike Jordan. The fuck? But yeah, dude, I mean, I appreciate that you want to resonate more, but I mean, that's not what this is about, right? This is about learning soft and hard skills to do with social interaction yourself. So yeah, I mean, I told you what to do before. The blueprint is, I mean, it's laid out before us by our ancestors, by like the greatest minds of all time. Like, go read Marcus Aurelius. Go read any of these motherfuckers. They're waking up early. They're going to the fucking. Oh, another thing, people always like rip on geomaxing. Every one of these motherfuckers, like pickup artists, like world, like gurus in all forms, like real teachers, because guru means teacher, by the way, in Hindi, I believe. Maybe not Hindi, but anyway, the point is go find yourself a teacher who you can learn from, who you're happy to learn from, not who you're happy to spend time with, not someone who, you know, you feel had the same path as you. It would be pretty strange if you found that person, to be honest. There'd have to be a lot of people. I'm just gonna go through and keep asking these. There's a difference in business when you come after someone just to be a dick, but every man has the right to defend themselves if someone comes and tries to burn down your house. Did John say that? Oh no, because John did that. Yeah, I see what you're doing. Yeah, dude, exactly. I mean, he literally threatened my father's life and posted my fucking address and my name online. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, that is, and then like, it's just insane. Like, he's such a pussy. How did I even get laid? I see you repeated here. Okay, cool. How did I even get laid? Okay, so this is the story. I'll have to make this a separate video. I'll try to keep it short here so that I can go into more detail later. But essentially, I was going into 8th grade, and I got my dick sucked by my neighbor, this girl who had a hot tub. And I always watched. She was in public school, and I was in Catholic school, and she would get off the bus right after me. And when she would get off the bus, I'd like watch her in her like jeans, because like we didn't get to wear jeans, and like you'd see her ass, you know. And I was like, oh my god. And so I would just like creepily watch her like a little boy that I was. And then that summer I played up in baseball in like a league 2 years above me. So sure enough, guys that were in high school in 9th grade were inviting this 8th grade girl that I liked, who was my neighbor, to the baseball game. So when I saw her there, I always felt confident just like saying shit to guys. And I just said, yeah, like I like that girl. Who's that? And they were just like, oh, you like her? And like, they were like, oh, they were like yelling to her and shit. And she was like, you know, obviously nervous about it. And then they were like, yeah, well, we're going to like, oh, she's your neighbor, dude. We're going to be over there like in like next weekend or whatever. They were like group best friends. So I literally went over there that weekend. And like at the end, the one guy in the group who was on my baseball team, his name's Mike. And Mike was like, he's my buddy. Mike Murphy, what up? He's never going to see this shit. He's in jail probably. Anyway, Mike, he was like, yeah, like, he was like, yeah, dude, like, you should come back. Like, he said that, like, because there was all guys and like 2 girls, him with his girl and like another girl. And she was like, yeah, you should come back. So I was like, really? He was like, yeah, she wants you to come back. And I was like, all right, dude, I'm fucking definitely coming back. So I went home, and I remember I went home and I just like stayed up like terribly nervous, waiting for the text. I had like a tiny little like phone. I forget what phone it was. And I remember like I got the text, and I like fucking like went over. Um, yeah, and then we went in our hot tub, and she just like immediately sucked my dick and like her used like all of her teeth like a fucking like she was like peeling a carrot. And I remember thinking to myself like, this hurts. Like trying to enjoy it because it's the first time I ever had that experience. I said I was going to cut the story short, and I didn't even tell you the right story. So anyway, so after that, I was, very much in Catholic school, and there was this youth group that you could be a part of, and I've always liked to like play music. Like I play guitar a little bit, I sing, I like to do those things. It's a lot of fun for me. And so I would go to these prayer groups, and I realized there's like no guys there. And I realized like I am the center of attention if I just sing. Because like everyone's scared as fuck to sing. Nobody's singing. Nobody sounds good. And I sound like half decent. And as it turns out, like the girl who was leading the prayer group was a senior in high school who was doing her like Catholic school community service for like her end of high school, whatever. When you graduate in Catholic school, oftentimes they have you do like some project for like community service or something. It's probably like this at it should be like this for every fucking school. One of the good things about Catholic school is that idea. Maybe the only good thing. And well, as it turns out, it was a fucking terrible idea because she was she was in charge of doing that for me. And yeah, what ended up happening is she hit me up and she was like, yeah, we were going to these prayer groups, and I was singing all the time, and we were just like vibing. Like I'd be singing, and she'd be like looking at me, and I'd be looking at her like with like what I thought were just like love eyes, but like she was looking back at me with just like potentially like I'm gonna fuck this guy eyes. And she had her own issues for sure. Actually, to be honest, she's in Hollywood. She's a writer for TV. She's gonna be in her own show next year. I think this winter or next winter. But she wrote this show about me, like literally about us. It's about her. The show's about her, but like the fucking first episode is about her experience with me. And then she leaves high school and goes to Jesuit college, where she like struggles with the fact that she like molested a fucking young boy who's in love with her, and she's now having sex with like adult men, and believes in her heart of hearts that she should be a nun, and has like a Crohn's disease or something, and so like has like that. And that's her. You'll see that show. I'll definitely exploit that shit, because she exploited the fucking shit out of me. I'm upset that she didn't like okay the show by me. Like I should be in it. I told her, I was like, at least put me in it. I told her like use my real name. Anyway, because we've been in touch since then. She's all like woke and shit, so it's like kind of fucked. But yeah. So anyway, like after a while, like going to this prayer group, like I always wanted to go. I'd be like, Mom, like prayer groups tonight. And she'd be like I can't take you there. Like like my mom couldn't drive me there. Or like my mom and dad couldn't get me there. And I'd be like, don't worry. Like she's going to pick me up. She's going to pick me up. Her name's Stephanie. Stephanie's going to pick me up. And so she'd come pick me up and take me to prayer group. And then don't worry, she'll take me home. And then one night she'd take me home, and we were driving home, and she just like pulled left, like right before my house, and like just stopped like the car, like underneath like some dark trees. And I like underneath like a shadow with like barely any light. And I remember like being like, holy fuck, like we're gonna fucking kiss for sure. That's what this is about. And it took like way too long. And she like turned the car back on to leave. And then finally, like I kissed her. She didn't make any fucking moves. I was 12 years old. What's she doing? And then maybe like 2 or 3 weeks later, she invited me to her best friend to a party at her best friend's house. And we went there, and like everyone was like using the one room to like fuck in. And it wasn't until like daylight. It was like, it's probably like 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. I remember it was like brightest. It was like completely lit room by the sun. I was like sweating with sun. Like I didn't know anything. And yeah, it was probably actually, it's funny because then we had sex, and she completely annihilated my reputation by going into the school and telling everybody that I wasn't a virgin and that I definitely had sex with multiple other girls because of how good I was, quote unquote. When in reality, like she obviously had no clue what she was doing either. And that did ruin my reputation, because then like I wasn't allowed to like date, like no one would talk. All the girls were like scared of me, except that they wanted to like have that experience with me. So that's why I ended up getting laid so much, is because this one hot ass fucking chick was like, yeah, he's good. And then like tons of girls were just like like on the low would just be like, yo, like you want to come over? Or like, yo, like what are you doing? Like, hey, it was on AIM, on AIM, AOL Instant Messenger, you know? Um, at that point, I had my phone taken away from me until like later in high school because I was smoking weed and like fucking girls, you know, or at that time, finger fucking. That was the thing, finger fucking. That was the thing back then. Married Latina, she's the one, bro. Dude, thanks, dude. That's awesome. How do you know? Tell me how you know that. Oh, just kidding. Okay. Yes, dude. This is the number one lesson that you will learn in your life is how to say no to a fucking hot chick. Number one lesson. Not in your life, but like in your dating life. Number one lesson, how to say no. Number one lesson. I remember the first time because I used to like be into like, you know, hookup culture. So I used to like send like a message like, hey, you want to come over and like we'll climb to the roof and like, you know, I like to take photos or like fly the drone or like, you know, I had any number of like kind of fun, cool things that I like to do. Hey, you want to come over? Like, whatever. Let's like, and then like she comes over and then we just like fuck. Well, like, you know, I remember one time a girl came over and, you know, like she didn't look like her photos. She like definitely catfished me a little bit, like a little chubby and shit. Normally I would have just gone through with it because it was like, you know what, like she's still hot. She's just like not what she said she was. But for whatever reason, when she came in, I was like, wait a second, like, because she was hot, and that's what pissed me off was that like she was hot. Like she had tattoos. She didn't have any tattoos on her Instagram. She like was definitely chubby in real, but this was a Chinese chick. So like the fact that she was chubby meant that she like was like not like thin. So like so yeah, I remember like I learned this lesson like 2018. Like I didn't learn this lesson like when I was a kid. I learned this lesson when I was already coaching. I started coaching in 2015. I still didn't know how to say no because I was coaching how to hook up. I was coaching how to hook up. But around 2018, I learned in this one experience, and I'm sure I'd done it before, but it just this one experience is like that epiphany moment where I was like, holy shit, no. And she was like crying. She's like, how could you do that to me? And I'm like, I don't. And I was like, I don't give a shit. Like, this isn't about you. This is about me. I needed to do this for a long time. Thank you for being supportive. And if you're not, then fuck you. I don't owe you shit. But you invited me over. And I didn't say, I wasn't butthurt at all. I had already been in the game for way too long. I didn't console her. I didn't hug her. I did console her from a distance, right? But she was on my bed. She moved from the couch to the bed and like curled up in a ball on my bed, like, you know, and I literally was sitting there like, well, should I just go fuck her? I'm so glad I didn't. Not because she's like a mess or anything or like not a good girl or not hot, but just because like I didn't want to, you know? And that moment, like, guys, like the moment that you make that tough choice, you have a hard truth. Hard truths. That's what we're looking for. That's what this is really about. When you find a hard truth, fucking burn it in your forehead, burn it into your fucking brain. Like that shit that is something you can't let go. And they happen all the time and we just miss them. So, because that's the thing, they keep reoccurring. So when you find hard truths, like burn it into your fucking skull. What are my thoughts on social circle game? Yeah, man, it's interesting. I don't really want to be too like I don't want to be too discursive, but I think social circle isn't really game. Game is, you know, your ability to make people like you in a short period of time, in my opinion. So it's sort of a contradictory statement, in my opinion. But let's use it under the definition that I think you're going with here, which is like the framework that, you know, you're building like somebody does this. Somebody, I forget his name, but somebody does this. They like go out and like just basically try to make friends with like super hot girls. And then they just like become part of all these hot girls' friends. He actually asked me to be on his podcast like 4 or 5 years ago. Sartain. Is it Anthony Sartain? Let me double check this because this guy's like he's like in Hollywood, I think. Does anyone know his name? Is it Anthony Sartain? Something Sartain. He's like dude chilling out in Vegas and Michael Sartain. Here we go. Yeah, Michael Sartain. That's what he does. He just like hangs out with like the hottest chicks and then but he's like a model, you know what I mean? So it's a little bit easy. It's like, and like that's his whole thing. Like he's like, look, different, right? Like, so, because I think a lot of guys think like, oh, that's how you get the hottest girl. No way. No, because no, that's not how you get the hottest girl. You get the hottest girl by being different, by being real. Dude, Discord is a mess, bro. I just cannot get I just like don't, it's just not a place for me. I loved it. I love the guys on Discord. I love the chat. It's just not really a place for me. So I'm going to keep that. We're going to keep it going. It's going to be probably going to turn into like a little bit more of like the underground conversation, like the kind of like how to keep the wheels turning, where like I come in and like we just more or less talk about like what everyone's been up to, but then also like getting feedback from people, which I definitely recommend to put in the comments. But thanks for asking, dude. Have you been over there? Are you guys chilling on there? I don't really like Discord. I'm going to create a Mighty Network. It should launch in September. And it's going to be like $25, $30 one time. It's not membership, just one time, not monthly. And then I think then my plan is to post all of my coaching. Like I'm going to sit down and say like, this is how to approach a girl. This is how to text a girl. This is how to, and I'm not going to tell you what to say necessarily, but I'll definitely give you some pointers and some examples to reference. And then, we'll just have that space. You'll essentially then have access to all of the material I ever put out is my plan. And then YouTube can shut me down when I go crazy on here as I want to do. Damn, dude. Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. I love when my boys from town hit me up in this spectrum. This is pretty wild. Bro, let's definitely lift. I'm wondering where you're lifting these days. I haven't seen you in a long time. It's cool we made a connection like we did in that short while that you were working at that gym, because that was kind of a miserable place, right? I still live there. It's kind of people don't seem to be very happy there. I'm happy. You were happy. Actually, you were kind of happy and unhappy, I think. Dude, go check out this guy's page. Anthony is I don't even know if are you still posting? I got to check your shit out. I think you got away from it for a little bit and just kind of focus on you, like we all should, and like I did before too. But yeah, thanks for asking, man. We should lift. I lift on Saturdays now with this guy. He's like 260 pounds, and we do forced reps on Saturdays. Like last Saturday was pull, forced reps. We do all upper body, but last Saturday was pull, and then the one before that was push. And it's every Saturday, and I'm getting so much from lifting with him. Yeah, dude. So 100%, bro. I definitely lift with you. You're smart as fuck about that. So about fitness and about many things. And I have a lot of questions for you and things that you can probably help me with, because you're like a fucking genius with accounting and guys. Like one thing about this guy Anthony that I love is he's like he stays away from pickup. Like he's not interested. And maybe if I don't want to put words in his mouth, but like, he like doesn't really get himself involved in girls all too much. He's much more focused on himself. And again, like I don't want to put in his own words. I don't want to like drop any like, trigger words or phrases, those like, all encompassing hashtags and whatnot. But he, like a highly skilled, like very disciplined, very likable motherfucker. I think self-proclaimed shy guy, but I don't know if that's true. And some of the things that he's doing for himself, learning a foreign language. Are you fucking kidding me? This guy's like writing in Korean and shit like every day, or at least somewhat regularly, and working at learning the language every day. It's like, dude, and he's got it. It's like he's going, and then he went to Korea to like see it for what it was, and like we talked about traveling before. It's so huge, but like don't just like get on you can just get on a plane if you have massive balls to just land somewhere and just be like, hey, like I did in Chile with no Spanish, hey, like hola, or like China like I did with no Mandarin or Cantonese, like nothing. Or you could be a smart motherfucker who's studying a foreign language every day for the rest of your life, and that when it comes across an opportunity such as this, where you can like speak in Spanish to somebody and like meet them, you're there, you're ready. I love this guy. Yeah, let's lift, dude. What do you weigh though? What are you lifting? I'm like at 170 pounds right now. It's like pathetic. I lost like so much weight. I still do all my same lifts. Like I just did 275 on the squat today. But like, dude, I'm shaking like a leaf, bro. Yeah, dude, exactly, bro. Like, I think that you should focus on cold approach. I think dating apps are for fucking chumps. No offense to you guys. I don't mean any of this stuff personally, but dating apps are just very unhealthy. People are having less sex today because of them, and all sorts of issues. Also, I think it's just a massive waste of time. Dude, in John's program, there's a part where he's like, in John's online dating program, like week 1, he says like swipe for 20 minutes on Tinder and 20 minutes on Bumble. And then like week 2, he says like that's it for every day. And then week 2, he's like 20 minutes every day. And then it's like week 3, it's like 30 minutes every day. And then like by week 5, it's like swipe on each app 60 minutes per day and send like 20 messages to girl. It's like, dude, like what the fuck are you doing? Like you're telling somebody to spend 2 hours a day swiping on an app, like. And then like the third thing underneath it says like if you don't have enough matches to send 20 messages, it's like, so you're telling me that like you thought it through enough that you're realizing that you're probably from feedback that guys are not getting enough matches in this fucking 7, because that's, remember, 2 hours per day for 2 weeks. Like you're telling me for like 30 hours approximately you're gonna have people swiping and not have made up the 20 matches they need to like dude, like. And like he also prefaces the entire thing with, if a group of hot girls, he prefaces it with, hot girls need to rate your pictures. If a group of hot girls don't rate your pictures regularly between 7.5 and 8.5 or higher, then get new pictures, Photoshop them, etc. Like take somebody else's face and use it. Like I don't really get what the fuck he's. I can't wait to show you guys this. I'm gonna try tomorrow's. I'm gonna show it to you tomorrow, so long as the internet's back on at my house. I should text my dad. He's in charge of that shit. How do you advise men to deal with misogynistic feelings? Grow the fuck up, dude. Dude, go listen. If you're feeling misogynistic, dude, it's because you're listening to the wrong people. Stay away. This isn't a good area to be in. If you're here, like I consider myself like the rehab specialist of like John Anthony lifestyle, but now I'm like getting all these guys hitting me up about like Andrew Tate and all these other motherfuckers, and I have not really much to say about. I don't really think I need to speak on people who I haven't met. If I've met you, and like John, I lived with the dude for 4 months and like consecutively, and then like spent like years like with a guy and seeing him multiple times, like in all sorts of different scenarios. And Jesus, we got some Korean in the chat. Holy shit, bro. Dude, I don't have the fucking Mandarin keyboard. Like, what a loser. I always say that. Like, I end up writing it in like Pinyin, and like so many people are like, dude, just download the keyboard, dude. Like, just press 2 buttons. But yeah, dude, you're so legit. It's really absurd. Yo, like girls like love this fucking guy, and he just doesn't even give a shit. And it's just like, if he just kind of, it's not the way for everyone, but like but his process is like, it's not for everyone to just not really give a shit about girls. That's kind of his personality. But like, and it's not to say he really doesn't give a shit, but like he just kind of doesn't give a shit, which is great. It's very attractive to guys and to girls, because it's like, I want that guy to be my friend. He's not like when we're talking, he doesn't like drift off and look at somebody. Like he's looking at me. Like, we're fucking communicating. So, but dude, the skills he's got. Anyway, how do you deal with misogynistic feelings, bro? Well, I think you need to spend more time in this type of circle where we're talking about, because dude, girls are amazing. Women are the most amazing thing. So the first piece of advice for someone who wants to get into cold approach and doesn't know what the fuck they're doing, I'll tell them just right out, legs have to get you there. When you bring your legs to get you there and you arrive, so long as you arrive at that space and let it be known that you're in her 3-foot circle in any way, you'll be received. Now, she may not receive you well. She may nix it off, but you're there. You did it. Now, as you do that more and you learn to just sort of sit back and watch it happening instead of like jumping in, you'll come with less of an agenda just through the process. And it's kind of like going to the gym. When you first go to the gym, you're like concerned with your form. You're concerned with, are other people watching? You're concerned with, did I make any progress today? And when you shut the fuck up and you just keep doing it, then you realize like no one was watching then. Now they are, because my form was good then, but now it's perfect. And the numbers didn't seem to be going up on the daily, but look at me now. It happens fucking quick. It happens really quick. So with misogynistic feelings, that doesn't happen. It's sort of like going to the gym, you know, with like being like feeling like someone who like doesn't think the weights have any value to them, like doesn't have any value in the process. So maybe not the best wording for that example, but yeah, let's keep going. Dude, no, there's tons of guys. There's tons of guys who you can't stand, bro. I'm sure. Yeah, dude. I'm definitely gonna expose them. It's sad that I have to do this, but dude, what? That's listen. So like, it's sort of like sales, right? That's like how everyone always says it. They say like if you're closing 10%, you're doing well. So then they like to say they're at like 11. Yeah. Well, let me say this. I approached, I think, 4 girls in the last month, like 4 new girls. Because like I have long view. I'm approaching the girl at the gym like as her friend. Like I'm not approaching the girl at the gym to like pull her home. I'm approaching her, hey, I hate to talk here. I fucking hate talking at the gym. But damn girl, you look good. Like, where'd you learn that exercise? Like, what is that working your fucking like what is that? Or like, damn girl, like I like your shoes. I hate talking at the gym, but just want to say that real quick. What's her name? That's like, you know what I mean? Like, and I wouldn't just make it up. Like I'm saying that because that's what I would say if I actually like them, you know, her shoes, which is rare. Typically I'm like, damn girl, fucking sick lift. Holy shit, that's heavy weight. Like, how long have you been doing this for? What are your goals? Yo, ask someone, what are your goals? What are your goals? But if I were to say what's my success rate, well, 75% of those 4. So, and the other one's like hanging in the balance. But I don't really determine that to be success either. I find it to be that I'm not really. I mean, everyone's a success, bro. Because I'm going in. Okay, so the bullshit answer. Everyone is a success. It's not really bullshit. It's a really good way to see it. Everyone is success because you're going in and getting out of it an answer to yourself as to whether or not the person you were providing was legit. Were you real? Were you? Or were you faking? Were you agenda? Were you some bullshit? That's the first thing. The second thing is she interested in the real you? Okay, she is. That's success. Is she not interested in the real you? No, she's not. Well, is she capable of making that decision herself? Are we aware of that? Maybe there's been a red flag to show that she's not capable. Well, who cares? Okay, she is capable and she kind of looked down upon me for whatever reason. I don't need to explain myself. I don't need an excuse, but okay, what did I do that wasn't so good? Still a success. So I look at cold approach as like always a success. Now, what you're asking me is you didn't really, because again, like you're coming from like, that's not what you meant. What you meant was how many girls am I sleeping with? Oh, there you go. There you say it. My bad. The top guys say they bang. I missed that word. 11% of the numbers they get. Yeah, dude. I mean, that's all bullshit, dude. It's all hearsay. It's all nonsense. I do think my numbers are a lot higher than theirs because I don't ask girls for their number. I ask them, are you single? I don't ask girls for their number. I ask them, are you married? Like I asked her, I was like, are you married? She was like, no. She was like, no. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, I want your number. And she was like, here's my Instagram. She's like, Instagram? And I was like, no, I want your number. And then, so, and yeah, dude, we did it. I don't know. I don't really have much to say about that. All right. I know he's saying he listed supersets, but another really good app for you guys to get is just a translation app, right? I'm gonna look this up real quick. Wait, let me check my battery life here because I don't have a fucking plug with me. 59%. Cool, we're good, guys. I love you guys are chilling with me. I'm gonna chill out here for a little bit. Yeah, what does that say, dude? Let's go. I'm gonna screenshot this and look at it later. Yeah, exactly, dude. Like, yo, I was talking to my uncle. He's like 60 fucking 8 years old, and he's been single for like 15 years now. And I was asking him about what my dad should do because my dad's been single, and I've been coaching my dad. You guys should see my dad's transformation. Like, I post about it a lot on Instagram, just like his daily process. But dude went from 135 pounds to 170 pounds. He was like sickly. He's 6'3", 6'3", 135 pounds, sick, 65-year-old man. Got cheated on, divorced, and now he's 170 pounds. It's been less than a year. 170 pounds. Oh no, now it's been a year and 6 months, but he reached 170 in the first year. And yeah, I mean, he couldn't bench press 135, but he squatted like 135 like for mad reps. Really proud of that. Almost got the bench too. And yeah, I mean, dude, like it's just, I mean, I don't know why that's why that's the number that people, I mean, the plate, it's like something people want, but and now he's like, out there fucking girls. It's fucking awesome. And he was using online dating with a lot, like, I mean, I wasn't really helping him with the online dating. I was helping him with like how to manage, like before the date, I'd be like, Dad, like make sure when you go, make sure you get there before her and sit so that you're facing the door, or so that like you're able to like position her in a way that you can see when she comes in, and that when she comes in, you can position her so that she enjoys the place she's seated, but she's not facing everybody. And it sounded like convoluted, but he's like, I did it. It was amazing. Yeah, I was like, yo, dude, like, if she wants to go home, when you get home, first thing you do is take off your shirt. And he was like, what? I was like, first thing, take off your fucking shirt, because that'll be that's what you do, guys. That's what you do. You don't have to do it right away, but I do. I just take my shirt off right away. Even when I was skinny fat as fuck, I was just taking my shirt off like right away. Never, ever, 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 ever take the girl's shirt off first. I don't know why guys are like, I mean, that's what you see in movies. It's fucking so bad. It's so dumb. I should I should help write movies, sex scenes and things, because clearly they have no clue what they're fucking doing. Dude, thank you for that, bro. Like, I appreciate your, that you said that. You must have read Aurelius too. And yeah, I mean, long view is really big. And then also like saying, like looking at it as an opportunity to like make a subtle connection, not so much more than that. Okay, let's see what he said. So I can meet on the weekend. Cool, dude. I'll hit you up, bro. Yeah, I don't have any fucking time either, but we'll make time. Let's look to what's the date? I feel like I have something this weekend, but let's look to this weekend. I'll hit you up, dude. What do you want to lift before I commit? What do you want to lift? Dude, I do set. How about this? Like, maybe you just want to hit like an arms and shoulders on Sunday, because that's what I'm supposed to hit on Sunday, and I keep just like, I don't really know what I'm doing for that. I just end up doing overhead press, and then like too beat up after working out with Bob the day before. Where are we at? All right, I gotta move over here because I'm sweating my ass off now. What if she like wasn't even real? It's just like this is like a John Anthony move. Like there's just like a doll. That's what he should do. That's so much smarter. And he wouldn't have to pay Liz. Yo, like this is huge. Yo, being awkward. Yeah. Well, so you're going to be awkward. You are going to be awkward. So it's really what it comes down to is when you're awkward, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's hard to describe. There's a sign. It's funny. When I went to graduate school, I studied philosophy and creative writing. That turned into philosophy and psychology. When I realized I didn't really want to do creative writing, I just like reading and talking about other people's writing. But one of the other creative writers who was an employee of mine when I was the graduate assistant of the writing center, like in charge, the assistant director, I should say, which was like a teaching tutoring role. So I feel like it's relevant to this conversation. He did his entire master's thesis, and then he studied at Texas Christian University, which is an incredible school for rhetoric and composition. He went there to study in the rhetoric program for the science behind awkwardness. And he's still a friend of mine. I think he's an incredibly genius motherfucker, insanely awkward. Like his jokes just never land. But And when they do, it's like it's awkward, right? But it's funny because yeah. Anyway, what do I think about that? See, because like if you like, I agree with what you're saying, but I think that if you go into it being concerned with this phrase, like if you read this, if I said not being awkward is extremely important, and then you like were sent out into the field, like you're fucked, you know. So I don't necessarily disagree with you, but I think a better way of looking at it is expect that she's going to feel awkward a lot of the time, and that so will you. Confidence is really feeling fear yet standing in, right? And awkwardness is sort of exposing yourself for the fear that stands within. So statement of empathy is a good idea then, to say, I feel really awkward right now, or that made me look really awkward, or I feel really nervous. I feel really awkward right now, or I feel really nervous right now. And again, I don't think I'd say I feel really awkward, because awkward is such like a faux pas. It's like such like a there's like a theme around it. It's like a meme almost, like awkward, you know, that kind of thing. I'm not sure where that's from, but yeah, it's better instead to just say, I think that's from South Park, actually. Yeah, that's the episode where like they keep going back in time, and then like Cartman is like keeps screwing it up, and like, oh, that episode's so funny. Holy shit. Anyway, so yeah, I think you're right though. Girls easily get creeped out. Yeah, I mean that's why get away from porn. So like, how to not be awkward? Like, commit to quitting porn now, forever. Like, you guys are pussies. Think about it. You're like sitting here jerking off. Like, you're a fucking loser. I've been there. I've done that. You've been there. We've all been there. Quit that shit now. It's gonna make you awkward. Online dating makes you awkward. Social media, if you're consuming it, makes you awkward. So go check out my Instagram if you'd like to. I recommend that you're not really on there, to be honest, but if you have an Instagram, check out my Instagram at the Real Coach Ryan, and you'll see the way that I use Instagram, and I think it's a very healthy way to use it. I do have a personal Instagram at it's Ryan Fernandez, ITSRYANFERNANDZ, FERNANDZ, and go check them out. Like, I'm happy to have you guys follow me or whatever, and like I'd love to communicate on there. But in all reality, what do? I wake up and I post the time. I just started adding the time because like I thought, like, you know what, fuck it, I should actually like fall in line here. So I wake up, I post the meditation app that I'm in. I post little words that I liked, that I wrote, or that you know came to me. I post the time. Then I put my fucking phone down and I go and write or read, spend like an hour like sort of warming up, maybe getting my hydration and whatnot, maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes, get my ass to the gym. Then I lift, and then at the gym, I right after I lift, the first thing I do before I leave, I'm on the treadmill, or maybe I go home and I do this walking around, is I post my lift, just to show you motherfuckers that I'm doing this shit every day. That's it. I'm not going to coach you on how to lift. I'm not going to coach you on how to meditate necessarily. Although on my Mighty Network, I will be, I hope, having, you know, sort of some referential pieces worth considering for both of those things. But there's greater experts out there for those things. So I'd rather push you along to them. So yeah, because if your question is like how to not be creepy, which again, you didn't ask that at all, but I think it's my job to answer, is get away from all that badass shit. Get away from all that bad shit. Not badass. Bad shit. Not badass. Did John come across as awkward in person? Dude, I was terrified to be around this fucking guy. Like, he was the most, like in the room, in the room with him is just, it's the worst. His joke is, that's what she said. He'll say that in a room with just guys. It'll be like all guys, and I'll be like, that's what she said. It's like, dude, like, are you gay? Like, I don't get it. Nothing wrong with you if you're gay, but like, just tell us so we can like stop paying you for advice on how to talk to girls. Because you're gay, dude. It should be easier for him if he's gay, but he's not. It's fine if he's gay. I don't give a shit. Why does John threaten to sue anyone who criticizes him? Because he's a pussy, dude. He doesn't sue anybody anyway. Because he's a pussy, dude. So, because he wants to, it actually worked. This worked. Because it works. It works. And it worked on somebody else who was brought up in the same chat, but I won't name names right now because he's my buddy. I don't want to throw him under the bus, but It works. It censors us. Because, dude, I was afraid that like I would stick my neck out and then John would sue me and then I would actually end up losing money or losing the opportunity to come onto here and be me. So I waited a fucking year from when I started speaking for statutes of limitations and all that type of shit that I shouldn't have had to deal with. I should have just said fuck that and just stepped right out and just said sue me. But I'm glad I did. I'm glad I listened to the lawyers because now there's a lot more information. And now I know that John stole my material and then it's in his program. And now I know that I have plenty of room to sue him and have mounted plenty of case. So I'm not going to do that. I want him to sue me so I can countersue him. But bring it on, John, you fucking loser. That's why I'm going to like show his entire program on here. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, dude. So this is where like people talk about fake it till you make it. You know what I mean? And so there's two ways of going about that. One is, you know, like renting a car, taking some Instagram photos, like buying a fucking fancy ass clothing, you know, getting a credit card essentially, and just like going out and like, you know, inviting girls to dinner and shit. Don't do that. That is not faking it till you make it. Faking it till you make it is in your head knowing I'm going places. So that's what it was, dude. I would arrive into this girl's area and I would bring number one thing you can do if you want to meet a girl and connect with her in a way that's leaning towards sexuality is bring fun. If you can provide fun without any agenda, she will want to have you around. And then it's just really last man standing. And that's what I was saying to my brother who went away this weekend because he's so fun. He's so much fun to be around, but he doesn't have like that, like, he's like stuck in my shadow essentially at every family party that like he doesn't like just like you know, but he doesn't have to because he's so much fun to have around that girls will have him around and then like everyone else will pass out and he'll just be like the last one left or like she'll text and be like, hey, come over. So like dude, like if you are really low value, so I see an issue here too, Dirk. Is like, bro, if you're conflating being autistic with being low value, stop. Like that's not the case. Again, like being autistic is only an aspect of your personality. It's not actually a deterrent from somebody loving you or from you finding love in sex. Think about think about all the people in the world before autism was even found and noticed to be a thing. They're all fucking each other. Everybody's made us. We're all fucking. So you need to just like kind of get over this diagnosis, I think, a little bit. And now like I said in the beginning, like go see somebody and speak to them because like there's a great deal of value in having an expert in that world who's speaking to other people who are more similar to you in your own community, like in person, speaking to somebody. That can be so helpful. And it's often free. Go to university, check out their free therapists, like look at your community therapists, like go find someone for free. And then, you know, you can actually pursue a coach who can help you, like I said before, to sort of help you with these mindset things. Because like the therapist will maybe start to touch it, but typically will do so through questions. Whereas like a coach, because I'm not a therapist, I'm a coach, I can say like, yo, motherfucker, you're being a pussy. This is what you need to do. Wake up earlier tomorrow. Wake the fuck up, quit porn. Like these are the types of things that like are very basic. I'm not directing this just to you, but now, yeah, like how to fake it till you make it, you know, learn to bring fun because fun is a quality anyone can have. When you can bring fun, you're already like light years ahead of even that guy who's got everything. So for instance, like dudes, like how do I say this? Like I'm broke. Like I live with my dad. I'm 33 years old. I'm bald. I'm short. I was skinny fat. I'm just like kind of skinny. I'm like pretty fit now, but just like, you know, so what did I have going for me? Like, I guess like, yeah, I was smart. Like I studied a lot. Was that good? Did girls like that? No way. I overthought everything. I made them feel awkward. I wanted to like pontificate on bullshit. So realize too, like we're all like a walking contradiction, right? Like, cause like the first details I gave you about me, yeah, I played music and like just got laid a bunch in high school. And then it's like, okay, but you know, throughout my 20s, I was incredibly awkward. Like in my world, in my head. So yeah, dude, you got to fake it till you make it. And that doesn't mean buying shit. It just means reframing in your head. Also, like having long view enables you then to say, well, I don't have it now, but I'm going to have it. Like, for instance, I'm 33 and I'm telling myself like this brand that I started in before 2015, started coaching in 2015, didn't consider brand or anything that like now I'm working on here. this like brand that is like the antithesis to like what is the pickup artist culture essentially, from the inside, is something that I built for 8 years. And now I'm 33 and I'm like, yo, when I'm 45, I'm going to be the best at this in the whole world. No one's going to be better than me. And that alone makes me better at it today. And that's my point. And that alone makes me better at it today. That I'm committing to being the best at it, not tomorrow or not at just 15 years from now, at 45. That's less than 15 years, so I'm kind of fucking falling behind here. But same for you. So like, tell yourself like, I'm gonna get really good at this shit, and it's gonna take some time. Well, that's like, see, like, yeah, okay. Craig Cougs here. I'm gonna call you Craig Johnson. Cougs Johnson replying himself. He says like, how's your girl going to think you're low value unless you tell her you are or act like it? A stranger has no idea who or what you are. Yeah, that's a really good point. But in reality, she probably will pick up on it because you'll act like it. So you kind of like gave the answer there. But I get what the greater point you're trying to make here is still valid. Like, I take it a step further. Not only do they have no idea who you are, but the person that they're suspicious of is not who you are. You're not a bad, if you're a bad person, get the fuck, I mean, come closer probably, but I don't care. You solve your shit. But if you're like listening to me and you're actually like, you know what, I resonate with those ideas, but I'm not like committing myself to it, I'm being a pussy, then like commit yourself to it for some time. Like a lot of guys ask me, they're like, yo, like what can I do like to like get better at, oh man, oh God, just marvel over this fucking creature. Amor, come here. Okay. God damn, dude. I don't know if you guys realize, but that means we are running short on time because she's awake. And I've been waiting all day for this fucking shit. Yeah, guys. I mean, like, what does she love about me? Like, we slept together last night. We woke up at we went to bed at 2 a.m. and at 4 o'clock, at 3 fucking, I don't even know what time it was, like 3:55 or some shit, I was meditating. I got up and left her in the bed. You know what I mean? And then made it till now. I'm so fucking tired, but like the minute I fall asleep tonight and I'll wake up again tomorrow and it'll happen. It's going to fucking happen. I'm going to be fine. Please somebody tell me I'll be fine. Let's get back to this. Yo, John, what's up, dude? Yo, this guy had like a huge fucking transformation in a short time. Like, see, like this is the perfect example of somebody who like came into the space, not really sure what he was looking for, like knowing like there were some stones like left to be turned, like unturned, like looked under, whatever the fuck the phrase is. And I was gonna say no stones left unturned, but like you don't really want that. But he knew that there were some that he wanted to look under. And yeah, when he caught up with me finally, I just basically told him like, dude, like you're just fucking a pussy because you're fat, dude. Like, don't be fat. That's it. Focus on that. And at the time he had so many fucking concerns with like his like own personal relationship and things with his girl and whatnot. And like, what do I do? What do I do? He was like very indecisive, and it's normal for us to be indecisive at certain, you have to be thoughtful. You have to take your time, but he was a little bit more indecisive than thoughtful. And then finally he's just like, there was a moment where we got on the phone out of the blue, more or less, where I just like went, yo, like I tried to like end our relationship type of language, like saying to John here, like, dude, like if you don't like, dude, like we're fucking done. Like never fucking call me again unless you're going to do this, commit to this process for the rest of your life. And it's been like a year and he's changed his whole fucking life, dude. But not really, right? Because it's like he already had everything in a big way, but then like that one little sliver changed so much. Yeah, dude, I love you, John. You're the fucking man. A bunch of guys stepping into the room here that I really fucking love, that I know personally, and that I really love. So thank you guys so much. Trying to make my way through this. Cool. Dude, you're so funny. Anthony Wright is writing fucking Korean. If you're being real, then they will find out you are low value. No, dude. No, Dirk. See, like that is, bro, like you have to remember, dude, like no offense, but like your reasoning and all this has been like on that spectrum, right? Okay. Because you're not valuing real. Dude, real is high value because 99% of people aren't real. Plus, 99% of people don't approach anybody. So if you can approach and maintain eye contact, which is fucking hard, and that doesn't mean look into their eyes the whole time, burning a fucking hole through their fucking face. But if you can approach and be you, no matter how fucked up you are, you'll be received. Now, maybe they'll say, oh, come here. Do you need something? Do you need help? But they won't push you away, dude. Women are meant for this. And, you know, like, I know in your heart of hearts, you're like, how do you know? Dude, I know. I've been everything. I've done everything. I've met all these girls. Like, I've met them all. I've met and like the meanest fucking girls are not mean when you're in a moment of need. That's why statement of empathy is so helpful. Dirk, go walk up to a girl and say, hey, listen, I'm really nervous right now. Well, I just wanted to like say what's up. And you're probably like, but I don't feel nervous because I have autism. So I'm more like just like blah, which may or may not be the case for you. But in my experience working with a few guys, like they were just like, dude, I'll go up and say whatever. I just have a social issue. I don't really read them well. Well, dude, like, okay, so go say what you're gonna say, and then ask her if she's single. Just cut straight to the point. If she says no, say, okay, that's cool. The guy you're with must be pretty cool, and move on. String together 3 or 4 of those, and you'll realize, dude, that like you're way more valuable, bro, than you realize. That's the other thing. You guys have to get in on this self-talk type shit. Yeah. Oh, dude. Well, so like, I don't think it's bad to like go early for the kiss. Like, I actually kissed her, and I kiss almost every girl like almost right away because I pull like this like Latino thing where it's like, oh hey, oh yeah. Like when I say goodbye to her, we like kissed, you know, like the day that we met, like within less than 5 minutes, way less than 5 minutes because I was late. We kissed in a busy Penn Station, fucking whatever, you know. So, but like John is awkward from the start and like has an agenda and has like a fucking camera guy who he like can't be like he can't like not help but notice like throughout it's just a mess. I'm gonna go over all John's shit. We'll get to this. We'll get to more of that. Time and cutter. Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly, dude. Coming from the fucking man himself, who is the best at this shit and not giving a shit, at least. I mean, yeah, she only feels awkward. Well, but let me just clarify though. It still feels awkward even if you don't give a shit. Even if you don't give a shit, it still feels awkward, but it just doesn't it just doesn't like linger. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a fart. Did you ever just like fart and then you're just like, oh no. And then you wait and then you're like, okay, good. That's like how it is. That's exactly how it is. You fart, you're right next to her, you fart, you're waiting, there's no smell. Okay, we're good. Or like it smells for like a second and disappears, and you're like, and you look for her to see if she notices, and she might have noticed, but she's not sure that it was you. So it's like, okay, cool. It wasn't me. It was just like natural. It smells. You know? Versus like you know, you think it's not gonna be awkward, and then like you're like shitting yourself, like John is. Can someone with schizophrenia get laid? Definitely. 80% of autistic people are unemployed. Being unemployed is usually considered low value, especially. Dude, like, I don't agree. What? Dude, like, I think those numbers, like, I don't want to, like, debate numbers and statistics. I don't really like that at all. I think it's kind of tough to do. But, bro, like, okay, so what percentage are you, dude? Like, why do people do that? Like, bro, like, that, whoever told you that shit is putting you, or, like, you finding that out is, see, because this is it. You found that out, whether someone told you or whether you looked it up or whatever, which is great. You should be investigating things about yourself and hearing from other people, like I said. But when you heard that shit or read that, why did you assume the 80%? Just because? And now if you read like Free Will, Sam Harris's book, you'd probably assume the same thing, or just assume like, you know, it doesn't matter. It's easy to get caught up in statistics, guys. Just, bro, like, and yeah, dude, like that's a crazy stat, bro. Okay, so good. So that's great. You're 20%. End of story. And dude, and if you're not 20% by the end of the story, it's because you pussed the fuck out, dude. It's because you didn't fucking wake up, meditate, go. It's because you jerked off. It's because you fucking went to the skate. You went to the weed or the fucking alcohol and the video games and the fucking sleeping in. You know what I mean? Just fucking. It is that simple. It really is that simple. Why is there such a glaring difference between me and John? Because he doesn't do anything good in his life for himself, let alone other people. I'm at the point now where I'm doing good for other people because I've gotten my life so put together. Like, I chose to live at home with my dad for 3 years, like, and my brother. Like, what the fuck? Why would I do that? Well, because I love them, dude. Because I care so much about them. All I want is for them to reach a really high level in their lives. Dude, Jeffy's buddy was homeless pulling. I don't remember his name exactly, but they called him Evil Stifler. And yeah, he was homeless pulling. My cousin lives in his car. He pulls all the time. He has PTSD. He's a veteran, and he can't do shit. So yeah, dude. I mean, he's a drug addict with heaps of debt and black teeth. So I don't know what you guys are talking about when you say shit like this. Like, bro, you're just like you're just stacking everything up against you. Yeah, John, how much of a fucking pleasure is it when you just like put your fucking nose down and separate your feelings from like who you really are, you know? Like, you really are that process that you involve yourself in every day. And dude, thank you so much for like sticking with me, bro. Cause like dude, like yeah, man, thank you so much for sticking with me, bro. Like, cause this space here wouldn't be what it is if not for you. Like, legitimately you. There's maybe like 2 or 3 other people, maybe like 4 or 5, or maybe 10 people at the most, but 2 or 3 other people who I am thinking explicitly of. One being Josh, we talked about earlier. Yo, like the first like 10 minutes of this was such a mess. All right, more questions, guys, before she, because if we run out of questions, then I'm just gonna leave to hang out with her. Are you gonna release all the content we spoke about all in live streams? No. So, well, yes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna release everything in live streams because that's the most efficient way to not miss anything. So I'm just gonna cover it all in live streams. Also, because I'm aware that I'm going to be blocked from a lot of these things and probably like potentially like sued or like stopped in whatever way. Like, he's going to have minions like copywriting shit. So like the best thing that could happen, and this sounds like this is Andrew Tate. Like, this is Andrew Tate in my head, which I hate Andrew Tate. I never listened to him, but this is what he did. But the best thing that can happen to stop John is clipping shit from these and then like posting them everywhere. But I don't give a shit about that because my process is that's like what I wish would happen. But what my process is going to be, regardless of what like all you guys get involved in, is I'm going to, and don't take the time to do that, guys. Fuck that. Fuck that whole idea. Fuck that all the way to fucking hell or wherever. I want to leave everything onto YouTube streams like this. And then like tomorrow I'm going to stream for like 4 hours probably. I don't know how long, 3 hours probably, and just put a ton of shit out there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip it and re-release it as clips. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my clips that I have and make them into succinct like lessons. Like, this is exposing John's follower count. This is exposing him from this tour. This is showing client testimonials are fake. Which brings me back. This is what we were talking about before. Sartain. Matt J. Matt had broken up with his girlfriend, was trying to get back on his feet. It used to take him a long time before he had sex. In the first point, 2 women and 1.5. So in 10 days, he got 2 women. Now he has the ability to rebound after a breakup fast. That's Matt J. But actually, he calls him here, Matt Ward. 3 dates, 3 closes, met my wife to be. 4 days in, I slept with my first woman. She was stunning. And the next day I closed another, then another, and day 6. So in this testimonial, Matt Ward had in 6 days slept with 3 women. The system is amazing. And he's engaged. in this testimony, this is on John Anthony Lifestyle's 30-minute call bullshit that you should never fucking sign up for, in my opinion, of course. And then here's Matt J, same guy, same exact picture. I'm going to play this tomorrow when the audio works like this, because I'm not in my office right now. I'm just chilling at my girl's place. And here he is, Josh, my boy, and a fucking 7-minute testimonial for me, because what happened actually is that John never fucking coached a guy who was blacked out drunk. Cool, so we're back. So yeah, so I'm going to release all the content on these streams, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip it all, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a succinct, like this is the end all be all, and I'm going to put all that shit on my own channel and its own little, my own like space, and Mighty Networks, its own little area. And I would love to like go around. I would love to be the guy who like goes around and like, I would love to be like the stamp of approval for coaches. I'm the most stand-up fucking guy that I've ever met. So like, I would love to go around and be like, this dude's way legit. Like pay him for his coaching. Like this dude's legit. Like Alex playing, like this dude's legit because he gets results XYZ. This dude's legit because he gets results XYZ. If you want to get day game coaching, definitely don't go to this guy because he sucks. Don't go to Alex with playing fire if you want coaching in dating. If you want coaching and if you want a texting program, seems like a good idea to me. Is it? I don't know. Does he update it? I hope he does. If he does, then fuck yeah, do it. Buy the fucking other dude's program. That's a good idea. Investigate it. Put your money where your fucking mouth is, right? But why the fuck are you working on texting if you can't cold approach? That's, what I would suggest you do. Focus on cold approach. Where's John fit in? So yeah. Tune in for these live streams if you feel like it, but it's going to be a little rambly. I wouldn't mind if you just, I think it's probably best that you don't spend your time on all these. And I don't mind talking to like 2 or 3 people, but then come back around when it's, when shit's really more streamlined. I love it. John says it's been a pleasure. Cool. Dirk, thanks, bro. Like, how do I get coaching? Right now, I'm not offering any coaching. I have been debating exactly how I'm going to do this, but essentially I've written a business plan over the last like 3 years that this summer it really crystallized for me in like the last year. And what I want to do is I want to create a community. It's not going to be like a forum. It's going to be like a course area where I'm going to post like courses and all my material, but I'm also going to, create, also going to offer like weekly and monthly calls for one cost. That's one-time fee. That's like $30-$40, like not expensive. So we have the community. And then from there, I'm going to say, okay, I feel like doing some boot camps. Like next year, I plan to do a bunch of boot camps. I haven't done it in a couple of years because of COVID. I do them every now and then, but I haven't really done like a year of just going crazy. So next year, I'm going to do boot camps. Well, so, the years, like 10 years from now, I don't think I probably won't want to do that. But like, John will still be, John Clifford here, like Dirk maybe, like, these guys will still, maybe Anthony, like you guys still might be in this group with us, right? And then like, instead it'll be like, okay, cool. So like, shit, like you lost your fucking mom. What is your self-talk? Oh, wait, you've been on this process since 2022, or like 2022, or whatever the fuck year it was you started? Great. Then instead of that, you asking me for help, it's like, okay, cool. Tell us how was the experience so that way we can be prepared. And then in the meantime, we can do like small cohorts where it's like, because I went to graduate school and I used to like run these small cohorts, and it'd be great to do that and have like 4 guys, and like my idea is to have 8 guys total, 4 guys in 2 rooms, so it's 5 of us, me and 4 guys running the same programs, but separate, with a lot of one-on-one time and like 1 small group meeting, perhaps maybe 2, but a lot of mostly one-on-one time, but with that support group intact. And then to sort of enable us to then, for instance, like meet up for boot camp, all of us together, and like we already put a lot of the work in, you know what I mean? That's kind of my idea. I kind of want to make it a little more, it's going to be way more serious than anything I've ever done. And I'm definitely getting help from around the way. So Dude, thanks for asking, Dirk. You're the fucking man. Hit me up on Instagram. Like I do a lot of free coaching on my Instagram if you have one. If you don't, that's good. Fuck Instagram, like to the Mighty Network. Yeah, this guy was nuts. No, dude. Bro, like, yeah, dude. You're good. You're the man. Yeah, man. Yo, and there's worse, dude. Dude, there's worse. Like, let me show you this shit. Yo, if my girl comes out of there like wearing makeup and shit, like I'm gonna probably have to hang this up. Because that's a sign. I wanted to show you guys some of these pictures again, I guess. Yeah, dude. Like honestly, like I have see John's such a scumbag. Like he would just send me like every girl he slept with, he just like send me her pictures. Like I have like all these photos of Liz naked. Like it's ridiculous, dude. Like like hooking up with people. Not John, always like girls, you know? And I really hope I'm not sharing my screen right now. In that case, I better delete this shit right away. But like, oh dude, and her fake tits are so ridiculously bad. Like they're just in it's like this. It's like crazy direction. And like John, I wasn't gonna talk about her at all, but then over the last year, like her position in his business is just clear. Like she is the leader of his business. So she deserves to be taken down as much as he does. Anyway, oh here they are. Oh, there's more too, dude. There's more that I didn't show. Oh, that's because I know why I didn't show them, but whatever, let's show them anyway. No, we can't show that. We can't show that. That's not right. I don't want to. I don't want to involve anyone or in any create any situation where that individual is going to be bullied for or like I don't know whatever. Was I sharing my screen the whole time? Yeah, dude. So let's look at them. Yeah, it's crazy, guys. Like John. Here we go. Yeah, John is a. How do you say? All right, I can't commit to clicking on any one of these buttons in the share screen right now, guys. I gotta fucking double check because I want to actually be able to do this correctly. Okay, cool. We're good. Check my shit here. Yeah, like I have like it's just crazy the situation I'm in right now. Like, durr. Yeah, like dude, like these are trannies, bro. How do I know? I was there. How else do you know? Well, it's obvious. Um, and this one too, like, dude, this was his girl, bro. This was his girl. So it's like, is this what you want? Like, everyone, so many people are like, yo, and I guess I'm ripping on her. I'm sorry, but that's not what I want. That's not at all what I want. And no offense to her, but this is a self-proclaimed only dates the hottest chicks in the world. So bad doing that. Scumbag. How do some of these guys get off charging $500,000 per hour for coaching? Because fucking idiots pay them. It's bullshit. It's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. Yeah, exactly. Looks like a pug. You mean like a pug, like a dog? Dude, that's hilarious. I love when people say for scientific purposes. I think that's so funny. Like when they say that, but they mean to jerk off with. Cool, thanks. But you did see it though, right? Like we did get there for a second. Yeah, dude, exactly. So you saw it. He says he only gets eights and above, and this is, and I listen. I did not cherry pick this. What happened is I just found the one with two trannies, and there's others with trannies, but there's videos of him in bed with trannies, like naked, having sex and stuff, taken by his clients. This was in 2019. There's videos of that, but like I just wanted to show that one picture, and I just noticed next to it was like a girl, right? And it's like, this is his girl. This is his girlfriend. Like, you know, yeah, man. What a shame. Yeah, Diamond Cutter. I don't really like to see, like, I have a little bit of an issue with like discussing. See, because I just did that, so I'm being a bit contradictory here, right? Definitely some hypocrisy here. See, because like I don't give a shit about the aesthetics. I really don't. But when somebody does, like he does, and makes such a living off of it, then it becomes a problem for me. And then it's like, okay, actually, yeah, um, like that girl was beat, you know, and yeah, and so I don't really, so Diamond Cutter, I don't really like to like talk bad about him. I mean, like there is, I will mention in a future video, I will like, because he like called me like baldy, which I thought was hilarious because like I shaved my head. So it's like, yeah, dude, okay. Meanwhile, it was like literally, the reason why I brought that up is because it is literally he was getting his hair transplants done, and he looks like so retarded, dude. Like he looks disgusting. He looks disgusting. Like because that's just like, come on, dude. Like, um, do I believe he has a 150 IQ? Yeah, dude, exactly. It's probably hot. It's probably yeah. I don't know what to say, dude. I don't have any jokes about it. I'm done. I'm done joking about this shit. It's yeah. He's just lying through his teeth. I don't know why people believe. Yo, if somebody says like, I have dark triad traits, you guys should try to like learn some of that from me. Like he's scamming you, you know. And if on top of that he says other crazy things such as this, like it's just so insane. And I've lied about my IQ before in conversations because I've cared that much. But to do it on a spectrum, like, to do it out here, like to like I've like been in situations when I was like super young, in my early 20s, and like someone wanted to like tell me what their IQ was, and in my world I was just, oh, mine's higher. What the fuck are we talking about? It's bullshit. Yeah, Willard. She well, so this is what I have to say about it. I have countless photos of her desnudo, naked, because John sends them to me. He used to, before her surgeries and after her surgeries. Two things. One, she has, I Googled what it was called, but I don't think I still have it up, so I don't know if I'll be able to remember. Like linea nigria. I forget what it's called, but she has, did anyone else notice this? Like that lot? Someone else pointed out to me that she likely had a child at some point. But anyway, that doesn't really matter. That she can still be super hot, but but like, you know, that changes the nature of her body in a lot of ways. But to go back to the most important part, well, what do I think about her is your question. I think that she's very fake, dude. I think if I were looking for like a porn star to like, you know, help make me some money, yeah, dude, 100%. If I were gonna like fuck a girl for money, like for me to make money, yeah, 100%. But would I date her? No way. I don't date girls who like look, who have like that much plastic surgery. Like that's just, dude. Like you're gonna have a, like what? You're gonna have a relationship with this person, and then they're gonna just get old and become like more and more like what, plastic to maintain. Like you're gonna, like, it's just crazy, dude. It's fucking nuts. Now, like, yeah, would I stick my dick? Like, it's a fine place to park your cock. Um, but yeah, dude, I don't think there's anything wrong with thinking she's smoking either. Like, yeah, she's hot. Yep. But yeah, again, I see too many red flags. I wouldn't be really interested. I definitely wouldn't have a relationship with her. And yeah, I mean, like, if you look at her, the way her nipples are positioned after her surgery, they're like so bad that like that would really, I hate that. Like, I like natural boobs. Like, I think when they have fake boobs, like, it's just, in my opinion, it's just, it's bad. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, again, dude, like, no, not trying to like rip on your girl, like if that's the style you like, you know, like I think honestly, like the reason why people like that look is because of pornography. So like in my opinion, like the reason why I think I don't like that look is because I just don't watch porn. So like I don't like enjoy fake tits. I don't like that. Like she's paisa, paisa, paisa. I don't remember how to say it. I'm fucking it up, but she's like a white Colombian. She's Venezuelan, And like it's insane. Like her ass and tits are nuts. Like I can't imagine that these could be real, but they are. It's like nuts. So that's pretty cool that exists. But yeah, man, when you do such a butcher job, it's just like. And in one of my other streams, I showed some pictures of her. So, but I'm gonna show more in future streams too. And not because it's his girlfriend, but because that's his business partner. Let's make that very clear. I am not exposing John Anthony's girlfriend or going after John Anthony's girlfriend. I don't think that they're actually like boyfriend and girlfriend. Yo, like that actually reminds me, like, I'm gonna real quick go. I showed this in another stream, but I just think this is hilarious. Because he has on his Instagram, on like the John Anthony Lifestyle Instagram or whichever fucking one it is, he has let me close some of these fucking things here. On his Instagram, he has yeah, so on his Instagram, he has like how is it says like how is the cold approach going? And it's like a picture, it's like a video of her on a couch, like with two girls that John's taking the video in a club. And it's like, dude, like, so she's doing the approach. Like, it's just crazy, dude. It's fucking insane. It's insane. Like that he would think to post that to me is just. Yo, and he just like created another one, John Anthony Lifestyle Coaching. He has all these fucking Instagrams and like they're all just bad. Like all fake followers. Like it's just so embarrassing. I'm gonna show you guys the shit and then we're probably gonna head out of here. Okay. Check it out. Okay, so John Anthony dating, 17.9K followers, all fake, except for these guys. And here we go. Well, let's just start with proof because I don't think he has like anything on here. And don't mind my internet here. I'm like working out of some crazy situation. Okay, yeah. So proof, like terrible. Like probably like look at this. He's burping, dude. Like he's like and look at this is your fashion guy, fashion guru. Anyway, it'd be funny if like one of these girls, if he had like the two trannies or whatever. So look, cold approach successfully done. I love this fucking video, dude. I have to save this. He says cold approach successfully done. So Liz is taking this video. The girl in the blue is here, and there's a girl to her right. John is barely walking along the curb here. She's taking up her friend's space, trying to stay as far away from John as possible. Probably because Liz was just like, hey, listen, like, either like they're like, we'll pay you, or Liz is like, yo, like, he's not that big a deal. Like, let's just fuck. Or like, I'm just taking advantage of him. Like, let's, probably in Portuguese, like right into his fucking face because he can't speak shit Portuguese. So look, dude, what a fucking clown, dude. And like, it's sad that like, Willard, you might be like, or whatever the guy's name is. I think it was Willard. Let me check. Yeah, Willard might be like, oh, but she's hot. Like, and again, maybe not you, Willard, but a lot of people do that. They're like, oh, but she's hot. More proof than the rest of the industry combined. This is what I want to show you. How are your cold approach skills going? Like he's like trying to create a pain point for you in terms of sales and whatnot, right? How are your cold approach skills going? Assuming you guys are going to look at this at home, like after just jerking off for some shit, or go to jerking off after this, and like look at what we're watching here. He's filming. And again, like my internet sucks here because I'm in fucking Linden, New Jersey. He's filming his girl talking to, and look at what's on her finger. She has a ring finger. She has like a fucking engagement ring on. Like, I don't know what's going on, guys. I think that John is a fucking complete loser scumbag. If this is considered cold approach skill, then what is this? Slap my ass and call me Sally or something like that. I forget what the fuck it is. I gotta remember those types of phrases after the show. You guys would appreciate that. Yeah, exactly, dude. I thought Einstein's was like 148 is what I remember hearing. I'm going to look that up too. Funny. Well, Business Insider says it was between 205 and 225, and biography.com says it was 160. So it says a score of 135 or above puts a person in the 99th percentile of the population. Yeah, I mean, like, obviously, like, it's hard to estimate that kind of thing, and I don't think it serves that great a purpose, but that would be a great tit job then, dude. Dude, if he used a sword to do what that looks like, still, I'd be like, damn, dude, you're really good with a sword. Coach Blackpill went after... Dude, Coach Blackpill? Who's Coach Blackpill? Coach Whitepill? Coach Blackpill. Dude, what is this fucking Coach Blackpill? Yo, like, Diamond Cutter, I was going to call you out for this before because you said something to me that I wanted to say was like, yeah, because you said, yeah, he has like a fat pug face or whatever. Dude, like, so, like, what does your face look like, bro? Like, again, like, I'm not trying to, like, be, like, too irate here or whatever, but, like, like, at this point in my life, like, I don't enjoy very much that people can talk about the way someone else looks or, like, say, like, or, like, that somebody comes up with a name like Coach Blackpill and, like, has, like, an alias, like, a fake name, like John Anthony Lifestyle. Like, dude, like, why are you coming up with fake names? Like, just tell me your fucking name, dude. Like, how am I supposed to trust that, like, what we're doing here is even, like, worthwhile if, like, you don't have a fucking real name? Now, like, I understand, like, for your purpose, like, no need. I'm not condemning what you're doing or saying you need to put your face or name out there. But when you start to talk about the way someone looks, everyone in the room is probably like, I mean, of course, we all are like, all right, Diamond Cutter, like, let's see it, bro. Like, what the fuck do you look like? It turns out, like, you're a pug. You're, like, actually a dog. And you actually, like, were complimenting him, and I'm an asshole. Yeah, I don't know who Coach Blackpill is, but fuck that guy. Or whatever. He went after Giles. He went after John, so maybe he's good. Yeah, dude, maybe she's making me out ape right now. I just had, like, some crazy Venezuelan food. Oye, mamacita, amor. I want to find out what the fuck it was because it was, like, some weird thing. She was like, will you eat that? And I was like chewing on bones. I was in China. I kept bringing up China. She kept getting mad. Yeah, dude, exactly. Well, two things. First is I don't consider it's a waste of intelligence to be a PUA coach because, like, that's what I am, and I feel like I'm actually using my skills, my intelligence for some really good shit. But the way that he has, yeah, dude, like, that's fucking weird, dude. He's a weird guy. He's not smart. I mean, yeah. Oh, there's another question I want to go back to actually too, because there's one that I missed that I think is really good by Kooks here. Yeah, the advantage of making multiple Instagrams so you can scam people, bro. I mean, like, I have a personal Instagram at itsryanfernandez.com or no .com. Obviously, it's Instagram. It's Ryan Fernandez, ITSRYN, blah blah blah. I don't care if you guys follow me. It's like I don't post shit for you guys there. It's like my family, like, chilling out, like, you know what I mean? Like, little moments that I want to remember. That's how I treat that page. So that way, like, if I'm, like, traveling or, like, if I'm, like, around somebody I want to, like a young kid typically, or somebody I want to, like, influence in a positive way, I might be like, amor, ¿qué, what food did we eat? ¿Qué comida to cocinar? See, I can't even fucking speak Spanish right now. You guys fucking... ¿Qué? Cara, ¿qué?
Lo que yo cociné,
sí.
Los vegetales con arroz y pollo.
Pero ¿qué es, like, como se dice, like, cerdo o no?
Ah, un guisado de caraota.
What is it?
Caraota y...
Caraota y...
Bueno, otra persona le dice chuela.
Una venezolana. Like, pregúntame.
¿Qué venezolano?
No sé, pero él habla este.
¿Necesitas luz?
It's okay. Turn it on. Let me see. Turn it on.
Caraota.
Come on over here. No, turn it off. It's not as good. The natural light's better. That light makes me look like I'm fucking 33. Come on. It doesn't matter. They don't care. Come sit in front of the air conditioner without a bra. She's like, I don't have a bra. What is the advantage of making multiple Instagrams? It's for scammers, dude. Willard, D-May. Look, he said, what did you say, Willard? He said, arepa con polla.
Arepa con pollo.
Yeah. You
Arepa con
misspelled it.
pollo.
Yeah. Can you guys hear her? I don't know if you can hear her because I have these fucking earbuds on. So yeah, I wanted to actually point out one of these really quick. Maybe like tengo like 5 minutos más. ¿Qué pasó afuera?
No.
Okay. This one. Has he ever hired experts to trick his students? I believe, and I've gotten some information that tells me, and I think it's true, that that yes, he does. And as a matter of fact, the students were, I believe, Spencer Cornelia and others, perhaps even Alex playing with fire, because both these guys come out and say that like he went and picked somebody up in front of them, so proving that he has game. But I lived with the guy for a long time. He never once picked someone up, not once. And well, a female. So I mean, he had girls come over. He slept with girls that he pulled from like seeking arrangements and things. But like, yeah, I think yes. I think that's how he got all of them to believe this shit. I think he just. I mean, think about it. Pay like $300 to tell a girl to like just like leave it. Pay her whatever amount of money. Who fucking knows? Pay her an insignificant, even if it was like fucking $1,000 or something. Pay like $1,000 just to like then go take this girl like out of a club in front of Spencer Cornelia, who's like fucking so wide-eyed, it's ridiculous. So yeah, dude, I think so. For students, I'm not sure though. Like, I don't know what their relationship was, him and Spencer at that time. Yeah. Y queso frito. Un placer conocerte.
Queso frito.
I think he's hitting on you. He said.
¿Quién dice?
He said un placer conocerte.
Un placer conocerte.
It's like, shut up, dude. What are you saying? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, guys, let's do like 5 more minutes and we're done. How does John have and keep any real friends? Dude, he doesn't. Yo, like when I met John, all of his friends said like, don't spend any time with this guy. Like he's a scumbag. Like his friends were like, dude, like we don't like John. We just use him. That's what I did. I just used John. And I'm an asshole for that. I shouldn't have done that. But here I am. That's cool. I actually dislike censorship even more than I dislike making fun of people's looks. But if you do that in the way of, sort of like this righteous notion that you're, putting a line in the sand and making a change, then like, fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, Willard, I know, bro. Like, dude, you're fucking awesome, bro. El Dime, it's a pleasure to meet you. Like, say. Yeah, dude, like it's hard for me to speak Spanish right now because I've been in here for so long. But like, she doesn't speak any English, right?
Yo hablo inglés.
She never speaks English, so yeah. Do you guys have any questions for her?
Arepa con pollo.
Yeah, I think he misspelled it, right? Pollo. But it was okay. I like that he had a little like questions, guys. I got like 3 minutes left. Yeah, Willard, where are you from, bro? I actually, I think you basically only need basic Spanish. Like, let me ask her. Like, how's my Spanish? Can you guys hear her when she speaks? Like, tell me like that you can hear her or not. Because if you can't, then I'll change that. Habla.
Hola.
That was perfect.
No sé qué decir.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, it's because she's coming in here. So I'm going to take these. We're going to do like 4 minutes of conversation together. Okay. Dude, Willard, you got some game, bro. Yo, Willard's going to be slipping into my girl's DMs pretty soon. All right, am I back? Can you guys hear me? Hola. Can you hear her?
Pues que
Are
se
you
corta.
burping?
¿Mm?
Are you burping?
No entiendo.
Burp is like.
Mm.
Cool, guys. Entonces, what? All your guys' hands are busy? All right, guys. Well, I love you guys. This was 2 hours and 40 minutes long, and I feel like we actually covered much less of the material that I have to cover, of like other people's material, and much more of my own. That's kind of cool. So I kind of appreciate that. And tomorrow we're gonna do a stream in the morning or like late afternoon. It's gonna be a long one, and I'm just gonna dictate all the stuff that I have of John's for as long as I can go, and then we're going to no, ella no le gusta reggaeton. She's a dancer, bro, like un real ballerina. Yeah, dude. But right on, dude. Yeah, no, we've been trying to. Can I dance?
Well,
Yo, I feel that I can't dance at all. I think I can't dance at all. But when we went out and we were dancing, and some of this is on my Instagram, maybe not me dancing, but some of it's on my Instagram. Like, oh baby, it feels so good. It feels so good. She's really good though. When we went dancing, there was a fight. Remember? Oh man, it was crazy. She kicked the guy in the fucking chest like 3 times. He followed her to the bathroom, and I followed him, follow her, and I snapped his fucking wrist up. And security was on it like that because she's just like looked mad, like insanely hot as always, but like insane at that time and at that night. It's like going away or something. Yeah, I'll tell that story some other time. But yeah, dude, thanks for the advice. Like reggaeton, we listen. You know what I do, guys? I listen to yep, exactly. Fight at a salsa venue, exactly, dude, in like Linden, New Jersey, bro, where I was the only gringo, solo gringo, yeah. Oh no, 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 un otro gringo aquí. ¿Lo recuerda?
¿dónde?
En el bar con Poliar, por ti. ¿Lo recuerda el otro gringo?
No, no. Había otro
Un,
gringo.
yes, sí, y después él es un sobrino de un hockey player. Afterwards, he was like, "Yo, like I'm related to Zdeno Chara, who's like the biggest and like most incredible. Like he's just a hilarious hockey player." And I was just like, "No way." So I don't know if that's true, but yeah, I'm often the only gringo when I go places like that, and yeah, it was a crazy thing. Like 3 guys versus me, and I just snapped the first guy up real hardcore, and then a police officer who was off duty came out of the bathroom and asked what happened, and I told him they were taking videos of her dancing, and followed her to the bathroom, and he's like, "Do you want to press charges?" And I turned to her to ask her, as I like had this guy like snapped up against the wall, and and he, and I was like, "Do you want to press charges?" And I was like, "Amor," and like she was like already over like kicking this guy like in the fucking like chest or whatever. Yeah, it was awesome. Okay,
Qué vergüenza.
vergüenza. What does that mean? What does vergüenza mean?
¿Alguien habla español ahí?
Él, Willard. Yeah. So anyway, guys, yeah, that's it for us. We're gonna call it a night. Yeah, like I don't know really anything about this, but except that he doxed Wheat Waffles, whoever that is. I guess I don't know. I guess he rates people's faces. I want him to rate me. I want him to rate me a 3. Dude, rate me a fucking 2, bro. Please. Like, I don't understand why John would be upset. He should be happy. It's like, dude, you rated me this, but I can get this. You know? But it is what it is. Dude, Willard, thanks for joining us late, bro. And for anyone else who's listening and isn't in that, look at this guy. Bailamos, right? That's like the only thing I fucking say to her, and she's just like, dude, shut up. Oh, one really good piece of advice, because Willard, you threw something at me that I thought was pretty smart. You said start listening to reggaeton music, and like that's okay, but like actually, like what I recommend is that you listen to the radio, because if you put the radio on and just put Latino music on, you'll hear so much different. And I mean like the radio, like with like advertisements in Spanish and things, because then you'll really pick up like the natural language and some funny phrases and things that are thrown in there. It's not just musical shit, but also like you'll get a greater span of music, and then like have something to put on or to like feel when you're dancing, when you're like they're supposed to be dancing. No, I'm burping. That fucking whatever's it. Wait, what did you make for dinner?
¿Qué?
Cena? ¿Qué es esto? Porque no recuerdo las palabras por esto.
Lo que comemos.
El nombre, yeah.
Bueno, por mí como almuerzo cena. Por la hora.
Amor, me preguntas como por
Ahora.
No, for dinner tonight.
Cena.
Okay, guys, this is what happens when like you can't speak. So we're gonna try it again. Yo pregunta allá por la cocina.
¿Qué?
Por cena esta noche. Por cena. How do I say tonight? Anoche. Por la cena.
Esta noche.
Sí. Come como.
Ah, ¿qué vamos a comer?
Sí.
Ah, no sé. No sé. Arepas, tal vez.
All right, guys. I love you guys. I can't even think. We'll talk next time, though. All right, peace.